Okay, shall we start? Yes. How is it, Josh? Hi, Paka? Okay. Now, in the last class, we were discussing about which one? That is agriculture and animal husbandry. That's the first part we have completed in our last class. Now, this is our part 9 of our Sunday Manthan, and the complete part 1 to part 6. We have made a playlist also. Now, you can watch. Done 1 to 6, we have made a compilation, or I can say the playlist also in our YouTube channel. That is NammaKPSC. Now, coming to our second major important one. The second major important one, we were discussing about the first and the foremost one. The first one we called as what? That was part 1. The part 1, in the last class we have discussed about the basics, yes or no? The basics about agriculture, and we have discussed about our inputs also. We have discussed about our inputs also, yes or no? Yes. Online, good afternoon. Yes, hope it is audible. Okay. Now we have discussed about our inputs. We have discussed about our inputs. Majorly we have discussed about which inputs? We have discussed about the soil. Yes or no? We have discussed about soil. Second major input is our seed we have discussed. Third, we have discussed about our irrigation. Now, while taking about the different inputs, we have completed each and every aspect. Both are, I can say, which one? That is Indian initiatives as well as the state initiatives called as the Karnatakas. Yes or no? Yes. Minimum I am saying from agriculture and animal husbandry, minimum there will be 10 questions. Minimum I am saying 5 from initiatives and 5 from the basic concepts. 5 from the basic concepts. Now, yes, this is our first one. And now, today we will be discussing about which one? That is the part 2. That is the continuation part of agriculture. And we will be discussing about horticulture also. And time sikudre, we will be starting with respect to our allied sector also. Yes. Now coming to today, what is the importance of today? What is importance? It is March ಎಷ್ಟು 17 March 17 ಏನಪ್ಪ? It is Punit Rajkumar, yes alva? Now exactly, Karnataka government has declared what? The Karnataka government has declared as what? Major and a major important one. It is Inspiration Day. The government of Karnataka has declared, yes, the major and a major, the personality, he is known for its, I can say, humanitarian initiatives. Yes, with I can say 0 haters. Yes, with 0 haters. Yes or no? Highly important one. See, ellaru ಮೊದಲು ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? ಇವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Yes, ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗಿ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Yes, because he is known for its good, I can say, value systems. Good value systems. Yes, good value systems, as well as he is placed on the top with respect to the holding different ideologies as well. The different ideologies as well. ಇವನ್ನ ಇನ್ನೂ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ we can treat him as a god. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. Now take an example of Rama from Hinduism. Take an example of Christianity, Christ. Take an example of the Islam case also. Now they were all humans, but ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ದೇವ್ರಂತ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? Because they were holding a huge, I can say, value systems. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ದೇವರಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ we can also treat him also God. We are celebrating literally in Karnataka. Literally we are celebrating, I can say, with respect to his own birthday. Yes, done. See, ನಾನು ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, but just his contribution ನನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅಷ್ಟೆ. And what is his values? It is also important. Done. Yes. Exactly, yes. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ important one is, the important one is inspiration. Now the government of Karnataka has declared this date as what? Inspiration Day. Yes, you should know this from exam point of view also. Now coming to our the first and the foremost one with respect to agriculture. The next major important one is agro processing. Now what is agro and what is processing? Yes, online audible, okay. Yes. Now what is agro and what is processing? Why we need to go for agro? Now first is what? What is it? Begin. What is agro and what is processing? Yes, as simple as that, I can say the processing part or converting from primary sector to secondary. Yes or no? Converting the raw materials into the finished products, we call it as the processing. Now, which one we are processing? We are processing our agricultural parts, we call it as agro processing. Nothing but as simple as that, we are converting from primary to secondary. Primary to a secondary sector. Nothing but agriculture we are converting it into industrial sector. Industrial sector example is agro processing. Agro processing, yes. Now sir, ಏನಕ್ಕೆ sir ಮಾಡಬೇಕು agro processing? Exactly, as simple as that, 10 to 20% of our agricultural raw materials are being wasted. 10 to 20% of the crops which are grown in agriculture is being wasted. First thing. And the second major important one here is to increase the shelf life. Shelf life andre? The time period. We need to increase our time period also. Yes or no? Yes, we need to increase our time period also. The third major important one here is we need to make different products. Like rice we can make different products. In the same manner, by using our agricultural products, we can use different against products. Take an example of jam, sauce. It is nothing but variety of products. In this whole process, we are generating what? We are generating employment as well as GDP contribution. Employment as well as GDP contribution. Now, which is the major scheme which are present in India with respect to agro processing? Which one? It is Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sampada Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. Highly important one. That is Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana as well as Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sampada Yojana. Now, the common thing here is Sampada. It is Sampada. This majorly talks about agricultural products, whereas this majorly talks about, I can say, the fisheries or I can say aquatic organisms. Yes or no? Yes, exactly yes. Online, perfect. It is, I can say aquatic organisms are being conserved. Here, or I can say with respect to we are undertaking the different processing aspects. Whereas under Krishi, we are undertaking which one? That is agricultural products. Now, I said whenever we are discussing about schemes, the first and the foremost one is which ministry? ಯಾವ ministry? It is Ministry of Food Processing and Industries. Ministry of the Food Processing and Industries, which has been launched in which year? Which has been launched in the year 2016. Now, Krishi, okay. Now, what about Matsya? Which ministry? It is Ministry of, exactly yes, Ministry of Yadu. It is Animal Husbandry, the Fisheries and Dairy. See, common sense think ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಯಾವ ministry ಬರ್ಬೋದು? Yes or no? If I am talking about aquatic, for aquatic we have a dedicated department. Or the ministry we call it as what? Animal Husbandry, Dairy and Fisheries. And all other agricultural processing comes under a food processing. First one. And second one is, we have discussed about here also. And the third major important one, what type of scheme is this? It is not a centrally sponsored. It is rather central sector. Andre. It is 100% of the funding is coming from Ilinda. It is government of India or central government. As simple as that. The scheme is central sector scheme. Sector scheme followed by what is the objective we need to achieve? What is the objective we need to achieve? What objective appa? First, try. See, you aspirants alla iga. You should think like a administrator. What can be the objective? First objective here is backward and forward linkages. Yes or no? Yes, that is backward as well as forwards are being linked. Backward andre no, near to the field. Whereas forward is marketing aspect. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ it is, I can say, transportation, like Krishi Rail, Krishi Udan, ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? Krishi Rail, Krishi Udan, cold storages, establishment of what? Cold storages, of food processing parks are being established. All this comes under where? All this comes under this ministry. All this comes under this ministry. Not only this, will also be going for undertaking marketing aspect, awareness generation, quality analysis also, quality certification for export. Quality certification for export is also being done under this, I can say, this food processing sectors. That is Sampada Yojanas. Now, on the same lines or on the similar lines, our government of Karnataka has also launched an initiative. On the similar lines, it is, I can say, the major and a major important one. On the similar lines, the government of Karnataka has also established an initiative. Under where? Under SCP and TSP. What is SCP? It is Scheduled Caste Subplan and Tribal Subplan. Subplan under the scheme. Under this scheme, they will be promoting whom? They will be promoting the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe farmers, the women, marginalized sections. Assistance is being given. How much percentage? 90% of the subsidy is being provided with respect to establishment of agro processing sectors. Highly important one. Under which scheme? That is SC, that is scheduled caste subplan, as well as a tribal subplan. Now this SCP comes under which ministry or which department, I can say? It is social justice. As simple as that. It is Department of Social Justice or Minister of Social Justice. Tribal. It is, do we have tribal affairs in India or Karnataka? India dalide. Do we have in Karnataka? No. Now again, this has been handled by social justice. Now, tribal affairs ministry, it has been established only and only in 3 states. Really no na? Yadadu? Chamranagar. I am asking about state. It is Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Odisha. Exactly, not in Bihar. Highly important one. Highly important. Yes. Done. Now, see, whenever you are discussing about any schemes, you should know in and around issues ನೋಡಲೇಬೇಕು ನೀವು. Yes or no? See, schemes ಮಾತ್ರ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? I can share the slides ಅಲ್ವಾ? Yes or no? Yes. Now, coming to our, I can say, with respect to tribes. Now, Indiaದಲ್ಲಿ, which is the largest tribes? It is Gonds or Beals? It is Beals. It is Beel tribe, it is not Gond tribe. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಮಿತ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಗೋಂಡ್ ಹೋಯ್ತು, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋಂಡ್. Which is the smallest or the least number of tribals? Santalis. Wrong. It is Andamanis. Andamanis is considered to be what? I can say least. Ee Santalis ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ನೋಡೋಣ. Second concept we call it as a PVTGs. What is PVTGs? It is particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Now this category has been announced by yaru? It is Ministry of Home Affairs, not by Tribal Affairs. It is PVTGs. What is PVTGs? It is particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Already they have asked a question. Now this has been announced by yaru? Ministry of Home Affairs. First one. Second major important one. Which state has the highest number of PVTGs? It is Orissa. Total number ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ? It is total as 75. Now, out of this 75, how many are there in Karnataka? It is 2. One is, it is Jenukurba, and it is, I can say, it is Kodava tribe. Yes, highly important one. One is the major popular one here is this, Jenukurbas. Yes? Huh? Okay, it is okay, manage ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, okay. It is 75. Out of the 75, only 2 are present in Karnataka. Yes, highly important, you should know, and majority are in Odisha. Yes, ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, most important one is Ministry of Home Affairs. Now, why Ministry of Home Affairs? Why not tribal? Why not? Why not Ministry of Tribal Affairs? Why not? Because Registrar General of India, which calculates or which takes into consideration the census in the country, who will handle this PVTs also? This RGI comes under Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, now, yes, this is our basic one. Now, under this, the government of Karnataka is providing 90% of the investment cost in the form of what? In the form of, I can say, subsidy. In the form of what? In the form of, I can say, subsidy. Maximum amount is maximum is 1 lakh rupees. Maximum amount is at max 1 lakh rupees varu kodtare, but 90% is subsidy. Now think that my industry, for establishment industry, it is costing me 5 lakh rupees. 5 lakh rupees. Now, ಎಷ್ಟು amount ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ maximum? It is 1 lakh. Now think that if it is my establishment of industry is 1 lakh rupees ಇದ್ದಾಗ, it is 90,000 rupees has been provided in the form of a subsidy for establishment of what? Establishment of agro-processing industries. Agro-processing industries, highly important agro-processing industries, majorly for whom? Majorly for vulnerable categories. Who are vulnerable? It includes women. It includes whom? It includes women. It includes scheduled caste. It includes scheduled caste, scheduled tribes. It includes women. It includes women. And now they are establishing in the form of SHGs. In the form of SHGs. Now, SHGs ಬಗ್ಗೆ definition ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Now, what is SHG? What is SHG? Okay, ನಾನು ಗೊತ್ತು scheduled caste or I can say self-help groups. Now, what's the definition of SHG? It's a group of 10 to 20. It's a group of 10 to 20 members, one who have a common or the like mindset. They'll come together and they'll establish some organization. Examples includes Kutumbashri, Sri Shakti, Mavan in Maharashtra. Yes or no? All these are SHGs. Now these SHGs are established in which ministry? Established under which ministry? SHGs. Ministry of Commerce. First. Exactly, online, perfect. It is 10 to 20 members. But which ministry? It is Ministry of Cooperation. It is Ministry of the Cooperation. Yes. This is the first and the foremost one. And the second major important one is, which is the scheme? Which is the scheme which has been established by the government of India for encouraging scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, SHGs. Majorly with respect to the processing of the tribal products. It is tri-fed organization apadu. Janma illa. My basic question here is, which is the government of India scheme? Which has been established by government of Karnataka or Ministry of Tribal Affairs. It is major and a major important one. It is one done exactly. It is one done scheme. It is one done. What is one? One is forest. The forest resources are being converted into a wealth. Forest resources are being converted into a wealth. We call it as one done scheme anta. Idr jotege we also have MSP for What is MSP for MFP? It is minimum support price also being provided for minor forest produce. This minor forest produce has been first mentioned under Sakkat News ide. It is FRA 2006. It is Scheduled Tribes and Other Forest Dwelling Rights Act of 2006. It is Forest Rights Act. It is also called as Scheduled Tribes and Other Forest Dwelling, I can say the Rights Act of 2006. 2006. For the first time, the scheduled tribes are being given rights. First thing. Second thing, for the first time, minor forest produce has been recognized. Has been recognized for whom? With respect to ST. With respect to ST, you must know this. Yes, with respect to our, I can say Indian schemes. Done? Okay, Alva. This is with respect to our. Okay. Yes, done. Now, sir, last ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಿಟ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೆನಪಿರಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಏನು ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮತ್ಸ್ಯ ಸಂಪದ ಯೋಜನಾ. ಮತ್ಸ್ಯ ಸಂಪದ ಯೋಜನಾ. ನಾವು ಮತ್ಸ್ಯ ಸಂಪದ ಯೋಜನಾ. ನಾವು ಮತ್ಸ್ಯ ಸಂಪದ ಯೋಜನಾ. ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಮತ್ಸ್ಯ ಸಂಪದ ಯೋಜನಾ. ಮತ್ಸ್ಯ ಸಂಪದ ಯೋಜನಾ. This a ಸಂಪದ ಯೋಜನಾ has been launched. Has been launched under which operation? Under Operation Blue. Now what is Blue? Operation Blue ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Operation Blue Star ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಯಾರು ಒಬ್ರು ಹೇಳಿ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ. ಹಾಂ, okay, exactly it is I can see Operation Blue Star. It is related to Khalistan. News ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. It is as simple as that. It is related to Khalistan issue. Where? In Punjab, they are demanding what? They are demanding a separate country. State Allah. They are demanding a separate country called as Khalistan. Yes, against this Khalistan, our Hitler one taken an initiative. Yeah, Hitler one. Okay, ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. It is taken an initiative with respect to Operation Blue Star, and that led to, what was the consequences? That led to assassination of, I can say, Indira Gandhi. Assassination of Indira Gandhi. Yes, highly important. Now this major important one, it is Operation Blue Star, or I can say Operation Blue and Operation Blue Star. Now under this we have launched a Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. As simple as that. What's the objective? Modernization. First thing, we need to modernize the fish sector. Fish a sector majorly Karnataka. It is in this three coastal districts. One is Dakshin Kannada, Udupi and Uttar Kannada. We are establishing modern, I can say, fish sectors, cold storages, awareness generation, capacity building, infrastructure, export. Everything is being taken up under this PMSSY. PM, or I can say Matsya Sampada Yojana. Matsya Sampada Yojana. This is a major aspect. Yes. Now, next major important one. The next major important one, it is insurance related schemes. Insurance or related schemes. Now, the first and the foremost one, why we need to provide insurance to agriculture? Why we need to provide Bima? Exactly. See, as simple as that, I said in the last class that I can say more than 50% of our land, which is dependent on what? It is monsoon. If it is dependent on monsoon, is it stable? No. There is more uncertainty. More uncertainty daga, what we need to provide? We need to provide in the form of what? Insurance. Now this insurance has been handled by which ministry? Ministry of? It is IRDAI under Ministry of Finance. This IRDAI is a implementing organ. What is IRDAI? It is Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India, functioning under Ministry of Finance. On the same lines of general insurance, the Ministry of Agriculture has launched. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has launched what? Has launched the prestigious Bima mission with respect to agriculture. We call it as Pradhan Mantri what? Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Pradhan Mantri what? The Fasal Bima Yojana, it has been launched. Fasal Bima has been launched by which ministry? Agriculture, not by finance. But supported by finance. But under the nodal ministry of whom? Under the nodal ministry of Agriculture. Yes or no? Ministry of Agriculture. Now the first and foremost one here is, what is the premium rate? What is the premium rate? Is it uniform? Ellaru same? Obviously no. It varies. How it varies? It is for Kharif is different, for Rabi is different, for horticultural crops is different. But summer gelli. Summer insurance ilva. Hope you're getting? Yes. Think madi but ungeli. Now first and foremost one, with respect to Kharif crop, the premium amount is 2% and rest 98% yaar kodtare. It is provided by government. Which government? It is both the governments. If it is both the government, what type of scheme is this? It is centrally sponsored scheme. It is centrally a sponsored scheme. If it is launched or if it is being provided, the amount, if the amount is repaid by both the governments, obviously it must be what? Centrally sponsored scheme. Nothing but sharing. Nothing but there must be sharing. What sharing? 60:40. Normal sharing. 90:10 for Northeast and Himalayas and 100% for UTs. 100% for UTs. But nam Karnataka gishte sako. At a 60% and 40%. Yes. Now the first and foremost one, I said Kharif ki 2%. Second one for Rabi geshto. Rabi is 1.5. Horticulture plus commercial crops. How much? It is 5%. Already they have asked a question in UPSC 2022. Already they have asked a question. Yes, highly important one. Highly important one. That is, I can say the 5% for, I can say, commercial crops as well as horticultural crops. Now the major important one is there any limit on this subsidy or is there any limit on the insurance? Now think that it's my subsidy amount is 1 lakh rupees. Now I have paid only 2,000. Now my crop yield is, think that 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh rupees. Okay, alva. Now I have paid esto 2% andre. 2% esto. It is 2,000. Now if it is 2,000 rupees, rest 98,000 yaar kodtare? It's by government. Now is there any limit on this? Obviously, first and foremost you should remember is there is no limit on the insurance which has been provided by government. Even koti idru kuda they need to provide because I am paying premium based on my crop percentage. ಈಗ 1 ಕೋಟಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2% a pending insurance is been pending under this scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. It is also called as what? One crop, one insurance or one rate. One crop or one insurance, or I can say one rate. This scheme we call it as what? One crop, one insurance scheme. Now in the same manner, okay alva? Yes or no? Yes. ಒಂಥರ ಏನೋ ನೀವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರೇ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ವಸಿಂಗ್, ನೀವು ಮಾತ್ರ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. ಹಾಂ ಓಕೆ ಹಾಂ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಗೈಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫಾಲೋವಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ and foremost one, it comes in which ministry? Ministry of Agriculture. Second one, when it has been launched? Again same 2016. It has been launched in the year 2016. The third major important one, what is the salient features? The salient features under this here is the premium amount. The premium amount, it is not uniform. Rather 2% is for Kharif. Nothing but a southwestern monsoon crops gain. It is how much? A 2%. For winter crops, it is 1.5. And for, I can say, horticulture crops as well as commercial crops, it is what? 5%. But what about summer crops, zaid crops? What about zaid crops? Zaid crops can condition any because highly riskier. Take going for insurance, it is highly riskier. Now they can either, it is depends on the government. Either they can classify as Rabi or either they can classify as Kharif. Either 2% or 1%. Normally the premium amount will be 1.5%. 1.5% for even for summer crops. Even for the summer crops. Yes, and a major important one is there is no upper limit. But initial agi, before to this 2016, during a Congress government, there was a limit. Now under the scheme, we have submerged all the things. We have submerged all the different insurance schemes which are functioning under Ministry of Agriculture, and we have brought it under a single umbrella program or single comprehensive scheme. We call it as Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Yes, this is with respect to Indian insurance. Now coming to our Karnataka's. Now what is Karnataka's? The Karnataka's insurance scheme, we call it as Karnataka Raita Suraksha. Karnataka, I can say the Raita Suraksha Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Yes, same now ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. It is Karnataka Raita Suraksha. Karnataka Raita Suraksha. Now I said, what type of scheme is this? What type of scheme? It is centrally sponsored scheme. Centrally sponsored scheme. First one. Second major important one, if it is centrally sponsored. If it is centrally sponsored, who will implement the scheme? At the state. Who will identify the beneficiaries? At a state. Now, if they want to identify, if they need to be identified by the state government, they need to go for some modeling. How do they know? They need to go for some modeling. For identification of the crop, they are using two major important methods, and that method we call it as 70 and 30% weightage is being given for the two important methods. One is based on a crop cutting experiment. One is highest weightage. Example keltare. First and foremost one is highest weightage, that is 70% of the weightage which has been given to what? Which has been given to crop cutting. Crop cutting andre. Now what is crop cutting? Yes, as simple as that. It is harvesting. As simple as that, harvesting. Our harvesting time is ದುಡ್ಡು ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, and that basis we are taking it as what? 70%, and rest 30%. And rest 30% we are taking consideration of what? Yield estimation. We are taking into consideration yield estimation. That is 70:30. We are being given 70% is being given based on, I can say, crop cutting experiment, and second one, the 30% weightage, it is being given based on what? I can say yes method or yes a technology, that is yield estimation technology. Yield estimation technology, highly important one. The first and foremost important one with respect to Karnataka, the Raita Suraksha Yojana. It is 70:30 for analyzing, for identification of beneficiaries. They are undertaking 70:30. That is 70% is being provided by what? 70% is being provided with respect to crop cutting experiment, and 30% is being provided based on a yield estimation method. Now, second major important one is, under the scheme, all the farmers need to be registered. All the farmers mandatorily. Second major important one, what is the second one? It is mandatorily, they need to register under. They need to get registered under this Karnataka Raita Suraksha Yojana. As simple as that, under the fruits portal. Under the portal called as the fruits. And this fruits will be analyzed based on, I can say, idri mele, in case not drought adre, the government will be providing compensation based on drought. Now we are facing drought based on loss due to rainfall, based on loss due to heavy rainfall, due to, I can say, a surplus rainfall aito, or else it can also be lesser number of water also. On that basis, Karnataka government has mandated that each and every farmers need to be registered under a portal called as a fruits portal, mandatorily. Whereas earlier, it was not mandatory. Sir, your center against Ogbada, can I go anything against center? But agriculture alva. Agriculture comes under which subject? State subject. Agriculture comes under state subject. Can I do everything with agriculture? Yes. Whereas the central government scheme, it is majorly a draft. Whereas implementation part, analysis part, identification of beneficiaries are done by whom? Are done by the state. Sir, they can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want with respect to which scheme? That is agricultural related aspects. Agricultural related aspects. Yes, exactly perfect online. Yes, it is they can do it. They can do it. Sir, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರಾ ಈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರೈತ ಸುರಕ್ಷಾ ಯೋಜನಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ? Is it implemented in all districts? ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? Is it implemented in all districts? Obviously no. It is not implemented in all districts, excluding a few districts like Bengaluru rural. We excluded the Bengaluru rural, followed by Bengaluru urban, and the Kodagu districts has been excluded. Bengaluru urban, Bengaluru, I can say urban, rural, as well as Kodagu districts. Sir, why they have excluded this? Why they have, I can say, excluded these 3 districts? ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ ನೋಡ. Agricultural percentage or cultivation of agriculture percentage is least or lesser, I can say. Kodagu ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is majorly they are going for what? I can say plantation crops. They are going for what? Plantation crops. Yes, ಇಲ್ಲಿ compensation ಕೊಡೋದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. Yes, comments again. It is with respect to that we call it as Karnataka Raita Suraksha Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Okay now? Yes. Yes or no? Yes, done. Now we have discussed about only two schemes. One is with respect to Yadu, Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. That is majorly with respect to insurance, and in the same manner at state level we have Karnataka Raita Suraksha Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. ಇಲ್ಲಿ major uniqueness here is first and foremost uniqueness 70 and 30% weightage. 70% weightage which is being given for what? A crop cutting experiment. Crop cutting experiment, and the second one 30% weightage which is being given for, I can say, yield model, or I can say yes technology. Yes technology. First one. And the next major important one here is the premium ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ same. 2% for Kharif, 1.5% for Rabi, and I can say 5% for, I can say, commercial as well as horticulture. Yes, major and a major important one is it has mandated the farmers to register under which portal? The fruits portal. Fruits portal majorly talks about the farmers welfare. Farmers welfare. Example keltare, fruit does not talk about fruits. Rather, fruits ID talks about the welfare of the farmers. Now, in case another sir, ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ರಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೆ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್? ಪಾಪ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅವರು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ನಾವು ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎನಿ ಡ್ರಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ರೀಜನ್, ರಾದರ್ ದೆನ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಸಬ್ಸಿಡೀಸ್ ಟು ದೇರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕೋಲಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಡ್ರಾಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ನಾವು ರಾದರ್ ದೆನ್ ಅನಲೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ರೀಜನ್ಸ್, I can provide subsidies directly without analyzing the yield or without analyzing the crop failure. Yes, then this is the major aspect of Karnataka's initiative with respect to, I can say, the insurance scheme. Second one we have discussed about, which one? That is a Sampada Yojana. Sampada talks about what? The food processing or processing of agriculture aspect. That is majorly, why are we going for processing? First thing is to export, to increase the shelf life, as well as to reduce the wastages. Sir, ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, we are going for establishing infrastructure, we are establishing a transport network, marketing, yes or no, as well as grading, export, quality certification also being done. That is sanitary and phytosanitary measures. ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Sanitary as well as phytosanitary measures are being taken into consideration while going for Pradhan Mantri Sampada Yojana. And the same thing applies to Karnataka's initiatives, that is SC, Subplan and Tribal Subplan also. Maximum is 1 lakh rupees, 90% has been provided in the form of a subsidy. 90% maximum amount is 1 lakh rupees. Exactly on perfect, it is agriculture percentages less than all the stations. Done. Now coming to our next major important one, the next major important one, it is the cultivation of what? The cultivation of organic farming. Now organic andre ಏನಪ್ಪ? Now what is organic? Is it natural? What is organic? Without fertilizers? It is without chemical fertilizers. Yes, it is cultivation of, I can say, agriculture without what? without use of chemical fertilizers, chemical pesticides. Chemical fertilizers as well as what? Chemical, I can say the pesticides. Chemical pesticides. Now, if this is the case, which is the first state in the world to go for organic farming? It is Sikkim. Yes or no? It is Sikkim. Idin keltare exam allan kelalla. ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತಂದರೆ everyone knows. Now the second question is what is the rank of India with respect to organic export? What is the rank of India with respect to organic export? And if you are exporting agriculture products, organic agriculture exports, what is the which country is the largest importer of organic? Exactly Pradeep, exactly, yes. Perfect, yes. It is first and foremost one here is India has the largest area under what? Organic farming. India has the largest area under organic farming, but yield is 9th. With respect to yield as well as export, it is 9th. And for which country are we exporting maximum antandre? It must be developed countries. Developed countries yaru afford madakagutte? Madakagalla. It is USA is the largest importer of Indian organic products. Indian organic products. Which country it is? USA, UAE, Saudi Arabia, etc. Yes. Now, sir, it's okay. Now, is the government promoting this organic farming? If they are promoting, which scheme is that? Which one? It is Pradhan Mantri. Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. It is traditional cultivation of agriculture. Yavadu sir antandre? It is Pradhan Mantri Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. Okay, first one done. What second one? It is ZBNF. It is Yadu? 0? Okay. It is ZBNF. Okay, Lade. It is ZBNF. Third major important one, it is our second green revolution. Kelidira? Elli second green revolution? Karnataka, Bangalore. Neere illa, elli beliyadilli. It is second green revolution. We call it as what? We call it as evergreen revolution. Evergreen revolution. We need to implement where? We need to implement in, I can say, Eastern India. We need to implement in Eastern India. And this concept of evergreen revolution has been given by Arjun. It is M.S. Swaminathan. M.S. Swaminathan. Yes. The 53rd Bharat Ratna recipient also. Yes. Okay. Now the major to increase this organic farming. Nothing but what? Nothing but balancing the sustainable use of environment as well as balancing the health of the, I can say, personalities or human beings. We need to balance all this. And this concept we call it as sustainable development. We call it as what? Sustainable development. And this sustainable development concept has been provided by, it is Brundtland Commission in 1989. This concept has been given by Brundtland Commission. Now to achieve this target, even our government of Karnataka has launched the three major important sub-schemes. One we call it as what? One we call it as organic farming adoption. First thing here is we need to adopt organic farming, and second major important one is we need to go for certification also. First thing is we need to adopt organic farming, and certification. Sir, certification ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು? Why we want, I can say, green certification. Now this green certification is provided by which ministry? It is as simple as that, it is Ministry of Agriculture. It is Ministry of Agriculture, not Ministry of Commerce. It is provided by, only one certification, organic certification is provided by Ministry of Agriculture first. And with respect to export, yaru antandre, it is Ministry of Commerce. Exim anta bartare. What is exim? Export import. It is Ministry of Commerce will handle the export of organic, but certification is done by Ministry of Agriculture with respect to promoting of organic, I can say, equipment, or I can say organic crops as well as the farming adoption. Now Karnataka elladru organic farming, which district? Mandya. Which one? It is as simple as that, majorly in Western Ghat region, Malnad region. Majorly in Malnad region, they are taking a smaller amount of what? Smaller amount of organic farming. Smaller amount of organic farming in and around the national parks. They are undertaking organic farming initiatives. First and the foremost one. Now the second major important one, we call it as Raita Siri. Second one is, we call it as what? Raita Siri. Now what is Raita Siri? What is Raita Siri? In Raitana Sirivantaka madbeka. Second, it is growth of millets. Second one, yes. And the third major important one is organic carbon mission. Okay. Now the first and the foremost one here is, it is, what is Raita Siri program? Raita Siri program, yavappa launch madirodu? When it has been launched? First, when it has been launched? It has been launched, I can say, in 2019-20 budgetally. It has been announced during 2019-20. But ide same model ali, even this year budgetally, they have mentioned for the growth of millets. Which one? First. Exactly, Punjab is the highest use of fertilizers. Now, which is a major important scheme which has been launched in the present budget with respect to growth of millets or consumption of millets? Big nedbeku. Millets. First, new budget shuru madilla. But ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? See, first and foremost favorite is examiners ide question na. And not thorough. Yes. Now, second major important is, what is millets? What is millets? When was government of Karnataka as announced, or government of India has declared it as International Year of Millets? ಯಾವ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ? 2023. ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು? See, I am not asking about United Nations General Assembly. I am talking about National Year of Millets. It is 1918 now. Okay, take homework. Now first and foremost one, you should know about what is Namma millets. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಇವಾಗಾದರೂ? Yes sir. It is, you should know about what is Namma millets. Second major important one, when Government of Karnataka proposed the initiative called as National Year of Millets. Third one, 2023 we called as International Year of Millets, and this was proposed by which one body? ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. And 2024 ಯಾವ year? It is, ಏನದು camel ಗೊತ್ತು ನನಗೆ. What is the International Year of? Is it camel? It is camlets, International Year of Camlets. 2024 has been celebrated as 2024 announced as International Year of the Camlets. International Yoga Center alla. Okay, it is International Year of what? International Year of the Camlets. International Year of the Camlets. Now, okay alva, see, highly important, we should know what is millets. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಲೆಟ್ಸ್? ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಜಸ್ಥಾನ್ ಆರ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ನಾನು ಒಪ್ಕೋತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್, ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಲೊಕೇಟೆಡ್? That is Hyderabad. Yes, highly important one, millet center or a millet research center which is present in Hyderabad. And recent G20 summit ali, what was the initiative launched by India? You should know. What was the initiative which has been launched by India? You must know. Yes, done. PM Sri Rama. Hele pride. ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಕಣೋ. ಹಾಂ, PM ಶ್ರೀ ಅನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟೆ. ಶ್ರೀ ಅನ್ನ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ್ದು, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ PM ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓಕೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ನೀನು. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಅನ್ನ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಬಜೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಅನ್ನ. ಎಸ್, ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವ್. ಸಖತ್ ನ್ಯೂಸಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು. ದ ಇನಿಷಿಯೇಟಿವ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಪ್ರಪೋಸ್ಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಬೈ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಅಪೋಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಚೈನೀಸ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆ ವರ್ಡ್ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿನ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೆನಪಾಯ್ತಾ? ಹೋಗಲಿ, ನೆನಪಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ. ಮಿಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಇಯರ್ ಆಫ್ 2018 ಏನೋ, 2019 ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಇಯರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಲೆಟ್ಸ್ 2023. ಎಸ್, ಡನ್. ನೌ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಲೆಟ್ಸ್? ನೌ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಲೆಟ್ಸ್? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್? The benefit, first and foremost benefit here is, it can be grown where? As a rain-fed crop. First benefit for what? First benefit for farmers. And second one here is, it is not harmful for the soil also. It is eco-friendly practices. Cultivation of millets, it does not require much water-intensive crop. It is not a water-intensive crop. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀರಿದ್ದು ಸಾಕು ಬೆಳಿಬೋದು. First thing. Second thing is, major important one is, it is good for the health also. How it is good for the health? Heng health. It is, I can say, it is highly nutritious. It is highly nutritious as well as which contain smaller amount of carbohydrates also. Which contains smaller amount of carbohydrates. Which contains smaller amount of carbohydrates compared to a rice or paddy or wheat. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It is as simple as that. Most important one is, it has carbohydrates. It has lesser carbohydrates. Now to promote this, Karnataka government has taken initiative called as Raita Siri Yojane. Karnataka government has taken initiative, we call it as Raita Siri Yojane. See, ನಾನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅದನ್ನು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ. Yes, you should know about what is budget. Or you can say budget ali, they have mentioned about, you should also know about budget. Followed by millets ಯಾವುದು related to millets. Followed by in the budget, they have created dedicated organization also to implement this millet initiative. Implement this millets, they have launched a dedicated authority also. Followed by, what is the initiative which has been launched by government of India with respect to G20, and you should know why China is opposing this initiative. Yes, then this is with respect to our, I can say. Now coming to our, the first and foremost one, Raita Siri Yojane, it has been launched, I said, under budget 2019-20, under which ministry? It is under Ministry of Agriculture. Now if it is Ministry of Agriculture, sir, really ರೈತರನ್ನ ಸಿರಿವಂತಿಕೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ how are they doing and what are they doing? No doubt they are promoting millets. Now how are they promoting millets? Via providing 10,000 rupees per hectare. 10,000 rupees has been provided. Acre alla, hectare. Now what is hectare? It is 2.5 acre. 2.5 acre land ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ನೀವು millets cultivate ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, you will be provided what? You will be provided 10,000 rupees as what? 10,000 rupees as a compensation, or I can say as a subsidy amount. ಇಲ್ಲ ನೆನಪಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? 10,000. It is PM Kusum or PM Kisan. Kisan, what is PM Kisan? It is 6,000 rupees been provided. 6,000 rupees has been provided. Now, exactly. 6,000 rupees has been provided, but ಇಲ್ಲಿ majorly ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, it is crop centric funds. Under this Raita Siri Yojana, it is majorly we are providing crop centric, whereas under Kisan there is no crop centric initiative. Rather we are providing in general for all the farmers, whereas under Raita Siri Yojana we are only providing for one who are cultivating the millets, And the second major important one is millets covered under MSP? Yes, Paka? FRP li? No, it is only sugar. Yes, first one, it is to increase the area under millet cultivation, that is 10,000 rupees is being provided. 10,000 rupees is being provided to the farmers per acre. Correct? It is per hectare or 2.5 acre. Example engadru keli, you should be thorough. Yes, be cautious, either is it acre or hectare ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. Now ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ the government is also providing subsidy for establishment of industries. ಯಾವ ಥರ industries? Again, millet based agro processing. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದೆ ನಾನು. Now I need to go for, I can say, processing ಅಲ್ವಾ. Now in case if I am going for processing, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is 50% or maximum ಎಷ್ಟು? 10 lakh rupees is being provided as what? As subsidy for establishment of millet processing agro industries. Maximum amount ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 10 lakh rupees has been provided as a subsidy, or 50% assistance has been provided by government of Karnataka with respect to processing of millets in the, I can say, state. Millets in the states. Yes, highly important one, at least one ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. That is what is ನಮ್ಮ millets. This year's budget. Second one, budget ಓದಿಲ್ವಾ ಯಾರು ಇನ್ನೂ? See, budget ಕೇಳಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು, ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 10 ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನನಗೇನಿಸಿದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಸುಸ್ತಾಗಿ ಓಕೆ ಸಾಕು ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ ಬಿಡು ಅಂತ. ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಷ್ಟು ಡೇಂಜರು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಇಳಿತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹೈಲಿ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು? ನೋಡಿ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಸಿ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಜೋಶ್ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಮ್ ಆರ್ ದ ವೇ ಯುವರ್ ಸಬ್ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಬಿಡು. ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಷ್ಟು ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಷ್ಟು ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಬೋಲ್ಡಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಇದನ್ನು. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಲೋ ಡೌನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪೇಸ್. ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಏನು? ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡಿಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಸಿ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರಿಯಾಲಿಟಿ. ಆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನಾವು ಆ ಡೇಟ್ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಹೇಳಿ? ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಎಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಗೋದು, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಏನೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಎನಿವೇಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್, ಓಕೆ. Now you should know about it is Raita Siri. It has been announced in 2019-20 with respect to the cultivation and growth of millets, followed by 10,000 rupees per hectare has been provided. One who are cultivating this, followed by processing only. One who are establishing industries with respect to millets, they have been provided 50%, or I can say maximum of 10 lakh rupees has been provided for those industries. Next major and major important one. It is organic carbon mission. The carbon mission. Now what is organic? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂರು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ one is organic farming adoption, followed by certification done by agriculture. Second one is Raita Siri, we have discussed, and the third one here is organic carbon mission. Now what is organic carbon mission? Now what is carbon? ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಕ್ಕದಾಗಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಓದ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಂ, ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್? Is it a greenhouse gas? Is it a greenhouse gas? Huh? ಏನು? It is an element. Now this carbon, if this carbon interacts with single oxygen, we call it as carbon monoxide. if this carbon interacts with oxygen at a CO2, now ಇವೆರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್? CO2. And which is the pollutant? CO, carbon monoxide is a pollutant, whereas this is greenhouse gas. Now as simple as that, with the establishment of more CO2 as well as more CO, don't you think it is harmful for the state as well as the country? That will lead to automatically, that will lead to what? That will lead to climate change. That will lead to climate change aspect. Now, sir, how can I reduce this climate change, or how can I reduce this, or how can I reduce this carbon? How can I reduce the CO2? Okay, that is the major important aspect is via I can say carbon sequestration. Carbon sequestration. Yes, I can say as simple as that, carbon sequestration. In carbon sequestration, one is natural form of sequestration. Natural form of sequestration, and the next major important one, it is our modern based. Now give some examples. Now what is natural sources and what is modern? It is as simple as that, forest is absorbing what? CO2. If you are cultivating more forest, nothing but what? Organic carbon is being captured. Organic carbon is being captured. Illi Karnataka ade martirodu. Karnataka government is providing subsidies to the farmers for cultivation of what? Cultivation of the plants which can absorb maximum CO2. Maximum CO2 we call as what? Organic carbon sequestration or organic source. Organic source, first one. Second one the plants aitu. Second one can be oceans. Second one can be lakes. Second one can be wetlands, ponds, etc. Yes, natural. For example, kelala. Waste idu. But this is useful. Modern ili nona. It is the first and the foremost one here is a CCS. What is CCS? It is carbon capture and storage. Carbon, the atmospheric carbon is being captured and it is stored underground. UPSC question, first question. Second UPSC question, carbon is being captured. It is not storing, rather we are using it. Using for energy generation, that is waste to energy. That is a CCUS. Carbon capture, utilization and storage. Carbon capture and storage. Carbon capture, utilization and storage. Now, really major important one is, which is the first state or which is the first country which has established a CCUS? France, New Zealand. Wrong. It is Iceland. Iceland is the first country. Iceland is the first country to go for modern based sequestration technologies. Modern based the sequestration technologies. Done. Idadmele third major important modern technology we call it as using sky mirrors. Kelidira? Using sky mirrors. Now what is sky mirrors? What is sky mirrors? Mirror andre eno makeup ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಾ? ಮತ್ತೇನಕ್ಕೆ? Let us reflect back though, I can say excess amount of, I can say short wave radiations. Highly important one, reflect back the short wave radiations that is entering our earth. Yes, it is, I can say carbon sequestration. Now coming back to our organic carbon mission, illi nimge gottaಯ್ತು ಈಗ. Now the major important one is, I can say the government is providing what? The government is providing a subsidy with respect to yarge. Subsidy is being provided for the farmers for the cultivation of what? For the cultivation of, I can say which one? For the cultivation of, I can say different organic plants at what percentage? 75%. That is 3/4 of the amount is being subsidized. 3/4 amount has been subsidized for the purchase of what? For the purchase of, I can say, the plants which can absorb maximum amount of carbon from the atmosphere. Maximum amount of carbon from the atmosphere, we call it as what? We call it as organic carbon emission. Organic carbon emission. Now don't you think, now ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, now don't you think by doing this we will be achieving our Panchamrit target also? Now what is Panchamrit? Okay, 5 ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ತೀರ್ಥ, one from Uttar Kashi, Dakshin Kashi. And what is Panchamrit? Panchamrit is nothing but updated target of INDC. Updated target of INDC. ಓಕೆ, ನನಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜಸ್ಸು, ಸರ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಡಿ, ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಏನು ಮಾಡಂತವ್ರನ್ನ? ಓಕೆ, ನನಗೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಗೇನು ಅನ್ಸೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ ಬಸವ, ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್. ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ, ಮೂಡ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವರೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಲೇಜಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ. ನೀವು ನಂಬ್ತಿರೋ ಬಿಡ್ತೀರೋ, ನೆನ್ನೆ ಓದಿರಲ್ಲ ನೀವು, 1-2 hours ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀರ. ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರ ಅಂತ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಬಟ್ ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಿ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ, ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಬಿಡ್ತೀವೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ದಿಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅವರೇ ಫುಲ್ ಜೋಶಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈಗ. ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ವಾಟ್, ಅಪಿರ್ ಬಾರ್ ಮೋದಿ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಮೋದಿ 3.0 ಅಂತ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್. ನೀವು ಯಾಕೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಲ್ಲ? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಷ್ಟು ಓಕೆ, ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಿ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಏನೇನು ಹೇಳಿ? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಯಾವತ್ತು ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ಸಿಂದ ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಿಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಜಾಬ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಆಸ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಸ್ ದಟ್. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಹಾರ್ಶ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, your elections, your politicians, your home or your constituency ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು? ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದ ಬರಲಿ, ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬರಲಿ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮೊದಲು ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ವೇರ್ ಅವೇರ್. MCC ಬರುತ್ತೆ 10th ಇಂದ 15th ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ರೆಸ್ಟು? ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ KPSC ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಯು. ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತೀರ ಈ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫೇಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಕೆಲವರು ಏನು ಇವಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು 30 ದಿನ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ 1,000 ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು 30,000 ಆಯಿತು, ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3 ಟೈಮ್ ಬಿರಿಯಾನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಜೋಕಿಂಗ್. ಹೋಗಿ, ನನಗೇನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ನನಗೇನಂದರೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೈ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗೋಲ್. ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಥ ಮುಂಚೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಮೈ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡಿಂಗ್. ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ದೇನೋ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ತಾನೆ, ನಾನು ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. ನೀದರ್ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿ ನಾರ್ ಯು ಗೈಸ್. ಯಾರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ನನ್ನನ್ನು? ಓಕೆ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು 20% ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್. 99.99%. ಸರ್ 0.1 ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಮೈ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್. ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಬಂದರೂ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಅ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಬಟ್ ಆದರೆ ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಸರ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ವಿ ನೆವರ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ಆಯ್ತು ನಾವು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಚಲೋ. ಬಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ನ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅದೇ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ವಿಲ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ನಾವೇನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೇವರುಗಳಲ್ಲ ಇದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಬಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿ ಟ್ರೈಯಿಂಗ್. Nothing but what? Nothing but maximum content should be clear. Maximum content should come in examination. That's the major strategy. But ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ನೆನ್ನೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆಡೆಡ್ ಅ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಆದರೂ ನಿನ್ನೆಯಿಂದ ಇವತ್ತು 11 ಗಂಟೆವರೆಗೂ, ಅದು 11 ಗಂಟೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ನೋಡೋಣ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೋ. ಇವತ್ತೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಬಿಡು, ನಾಳೆಯಿಂದ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಟಿಲ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ KPSC ಅವ್ರು ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ವಸಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗೋಣ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ, ಬಿರಿಯಾನಿ ತಿನ್ನೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಯು ಆರ್ ಎನ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಅ ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್. ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ತಾಲೂಕ್, ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್, ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್. ನನ್ನ ಮಗನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಸೇ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲಿಟ್ರಲಿ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣನೇ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಸಖತ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹುಡುಗ, ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರೂ ಕಚಡ ಇರ್ರಿ, ಬಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಒಂಥರ ಪಾಲಿಶ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅವರು ಸಿ ಐಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಕಚಡ ಇರಿ ಅಂತ, ಬಟ್ yes, okay, yes, done online, yes, hope you guys are enjoying. Okay, as usual enjoy ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಲೈಕ್. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಡನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್, ನೋಡೋಣ ಅಗೇನ್ 100 ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಇವತ್ತು. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಲಿ. ಎಸ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ organic carbon emission, which has been, I can say, government is providing majorly the two major important plants, that is I can say that is Diancha and Sunhem. Example keltare, the plants ಯಾವ plants ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is they are providing Diancha and the Sun Hemp plants are being provided. The Sun Hemp plants are being provided to whom? Provided to farmers at what rate? The subsidized rate of I can say the 3/4 or 75% subsidy is being provided. 75% subsidy is being provided. Yes. Next one, Kisan nimge gottide already. What is Kisan? That is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. What is Kisan Samman Nidhi? Now what type of scheme is this? It is central sector. It is Ministry of Agriculture central sector scheme. What is central sector? It is 100% has been provided by central government directly to the bank account of farmers via DBT, that is direct benefit transfer, linked with Jam Trinity. It is Kisan Jam, it is Jandan, Aadhaar and mobile. It has been linked with what? DBT linked with, yes, DBT direct benefit transfer linked with Jandan, Pradhan Mantri Jandan, I can see Aadhaar and mobile. Jandan, Aadhaar and mobile. Yes, ಹಾಲಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ 1 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾವಿರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ 6,000 rupees has been provided. 6,000 rupees has been provided in how many installments? It is provided in 3 installments with how much? 2,000 rupees each. 2,000 rupees each. ಬಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತಿದ್ದು, ಇದಂತೂ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. Yes, highly important one. This is I can say the central sector scheme. Next one, it is Mukhyamantri Raita Vidhi, or I can say Raita Vidya, I can say Nidhi Yojana. Vidya, what is Vidya? It is for education. It is Raita andre for I can say for the farmer children's, for the farm children's, for education purpose, the government is providing what? The government is providing I can say subsidized amount, or I can say amount has been provided directly to the bank account of whom? Directly to the bank account of the students. Bank accounts of the students. ಇದನ್ನ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸ್ಟೈಫಂಡ್. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೈಫಂಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ಯಾರು ಬರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಸ್ಟೈಫಂಡು? ಎಷ್ಟನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 10th onwards. It is illi we have two major important things. One is for girls, one is for boys. Stipend girls ಯಾವಾಗಿಂದ ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 7th 8th 9th 10th ಇಂದ till higher education. ನಾವು ಸರ್ 8th 9th 10th ಯಾಕೆ? ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಔಟ್ ರೇಟ್ಸು. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ಟಿಲ್ 8th ವರೆಗೂ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವಾಟ್? ರೈಟ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, or as simple as that 21A, that is compulsory education in the age group of 6 to 14 years of age. 6 to 14 years of age ಇದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಟು ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ರೇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಗ್ನೆನ್ಸಿ ರೇಟ್, ಟು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಔಟ್ಸ್. To reduce dropouts, the Karnataka government is promoting what? The Karnataka government is promoting, I can say, the stipends. The stipends are being provided to girls, 8th in the, whereas for boys elinda, it is 11th or 10th onwards. 10th onwards, 10th mugid mele, that is 11th to 12th, as well as higher education. So, criteria is it only for OBC, SC, ST anta? ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. There is no criteria, rather all the farmers are being provided what I can say stipend. Now this one has been launched, yavaga? This one has been launched in the year 2021 by which ministry? Karnataka government, agriculture, supported by revenue or finance? Revenue or the finance department, ದುಡ್ಡು ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? This finance department, yes, highly important one. ಇಲ್ಲಿ objective here is encourage the farmer children to pursue education, majorly girls ಆದರೆ after 8th, whereas boys ಇದ್ದಾಗ at us I can see the class 10th as well as majorly 10th ಬರಲ್ಲ, but majorly after I can say 11th and 12th, followed by higher education is being provided. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸರ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಏನೇನು ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. SC ST ಇನ್ನೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಸ್ಟೆಲಲ್ಲಿದ್ದ ದುಡ್ಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೈಫಂಡ್, ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹಾಸ್ಟೆಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫುಡ್, ಫಾರ್ ಶೆಲ್ಟರ್. ಎಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಮೇಜರ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ರೈತ ವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಧಿ. Yes. Now the biggest scheme it is RKVY. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? Now what is RKVY? What is RKVY? Now this RKVY has been renamed as what? This Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana has been renamed as what? It is Deen Dayal Upadhyay RKVY. Kelidira? Yes. Now, sir, this has been launched in which year? 2007-8 during global crisis. During, I can say, the global crisis, that is 7 and 8. During 7 and 8, first one. The second one, it has been launched by which ministry? Ministry of Agriculture. Now under this, what is the main objective ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ವಾ? ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಕೃಷಿ ವಿಕಾಸ್. What is vikas? We need to develop the agricultural farmers. Now how can we develop these agricultural farmers? ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. How can I raise MSP? Illa. Let us see, first and foremost one here is diversifying my sectors. First and foremost one here is, rather than depending only on crops, I need to focus on what? Animal husbandry. I need to focus on fisheries development. I need to focus on dairy. I need to focus on pig growth or pig development. I need to focus on sheep rearing, goat rearing, apiculture, horticulture. Yes or no? Yes, first and foremost one is, I need to diversify. ಈ ಡೈವರ್ಸಿಫೈ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಡೈವರ್ಸಿಫೈ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಮಾಡರ್ನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಹೌ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಮಾಡರ್ನೈಸ್? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ, cold storages, followed by marketing, and also with respect to the storage should also be encouraged. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ the government's major work here is encouragement of private is also being done with respect to what? With respect to investment. The private has also been encouraged under this RKVY, that is Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. It is majorly with respect to encouragement of private people to invest more in, I can say, to invest more in agricultural modernization. Agricultural modernization, it can be capacity building of farmers, capacity building of the farmers, first one. Second major important one, training them, awareness generation, followed by soil testing, soil testing, followed by market intelligence, prices extracted market intelligence, followed by continuous connectivity also has also been developed under this RKVY, that is Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, or Deen Dayal Upadhyay RKVY, that is Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Yes, hari one major step. It is diversifying, modernizing, investment with the help of private participation. Now, with all that, which is the first state to implement? Which is the first state to implement the contract farming? ಹೇಳಿ ಪಟ್ಟಂತ ಪಕ್ಕನಾ? It is Tamil Nadu government. Tamil Nadu government is the first state to implement what? To implement the encouragement of private sector in agriculture with respect to investment aspect. With respect to investment aspect in where? Investment aspect in, I can say, agricultural sector in the form of contract farming. In the form of a contract farming law. Contract farming law. Yes. Next one it is a rain-fed area development. Rain-fed area development. Now, what is rain-fed? Again, mainly rain-fed is major important one. Rain-fed is the major and the major important one. Now, what is rain-fed? What is rain-fed? Depends on monsoon? Illa. Adu dryland farming. What is rain-fed? What is dryland farming? Drainland farming or rain-fed, followed by rainfall. First, begin. Now, what is dryland farming? What do you mean by rain-fed and what do you mean by rainfall? See, rainfall and rain, the areas which has surplus water, we call as are rainfall areas. Examples kodadadre Western Ghats. Examples include Western Ghats, examples include Eastern Ghats, or examples include the Northeast Himalayas also. Example, Mosindram, Chirapunji, avella. Okay, tumba jaasti male birtide. Whereas dryland andandre, it is less than what? Less than 75 centimeter. Less than 75 centimeter rainfall areas yadu baratili. It includes as semi-arid as well as arid regions. Semi-arid as well as arid regions, and between these two regions we call it as what? We call it as rain-fed area. Rain-fed area which includes yadu deciduous as well as the grassland areas. Deciduous as well as the grassland areas. Deciduous as well as grassland areas. Now the government is focusing majorly on this sector because India Delhi as well as in Karnataka, which land is more? It is deciduous forest is more. Is it dry deciduous or moist deciduous? Dry deciduous or moist deciduous? Okay. Okay, take homework. Second homework, Jamanat data nan geladalla. Last year's or this year's data beku. First 1 year's homework. Now, first and foremost one, what are the different forests which are found in India? Like other forests there. What is tropical evergreen, semi-evergreen, followed by deciduous, dry deciduous, moist, grasslands, adadmel desert, followed by Himalayan. Yes, first one you should know. Second one you should know about which percentage is highest based on area, which forest has highest one with respect to area, and third one here is which forest has highest density of, I can say, vegetation, highest density of vegetation. Gothiribekil. Yes, highest vegetation. Yes, okay alva. Now ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರಾಪಿಕಲ್ ಎವರ್ಗ್ರೀನ್. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಅಬೌಟ್ ಈವನ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೀಷೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ, ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರಾಪಿಕಲ್ ಎವರ್ಗ್ರೀನ್. ಸ್ಪೀಷಸ್ ರಿಚ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟ್ರಾಪಿಕಲ್ ಎವರ್ಗ್ರೀನ್. ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್? ಓಕೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಹಿಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Hope you getting it is tropical evenness and I can say auspicious richness or species evenness. Now sir, species evenness andre eno? That is the various, or I can say a particular species are in huge number. Ebony or mahogany huge number alli ide. Yes or no? Yes, ebony as well as mahogany, which is highest in where? At 0 degree or equatorial, I can say the forest. But with respect to richness nodadre, richness always richness is found in where? Ecotone region. Ecotone region, and that ecotone species we called as hedge species, and that species we called as what? Edge species. Highest number of species are being found in which region? Not in evergreen, rather illi anta nodi. Yes, highly important one. You should think like a hilly wetlands. Exactly. Yes. It can be mangroves, it can be wetlands, etc. Yes, then as simple as that, deciduous. As simple as that, deciduous. Now with respect to, we are developing which areas? We are developing the rain-fed area development. Rain-fed area development by using what? By using RKVY Raftar. Now what is Raftar? What is Raftar? Bye bidu begne. See, RKVY we are done. That is Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. What is Raftar? What is Raftar? Shift from? No. RKVY to rain-fed illa. See, Raftar is nothing but by cooperation, by integration. By cooperation, by integration, that is RKVY has been integrated with what? Integrated with rainfed for the area development. For with respect to backward area, these rainfeds are backward, or as simple as that, aspirational districts. Kelidira? Yes, recent agi last year innond concept it is aspirational block program. Aspirational block a program. Now the first and foremost one, this aspirational district concept has been provided by yaru? It is Niti Aayog. It has been provided by Niti Aayog. This aspirational district program, the main concept here is a convergence and collaboration. We are converging both the central schemes as well as state schemes. First one. Second one here is cooperation between yaru? Central agencies as well as state agencies with respect to development of aspirational districts or development of aspirational blocks which are present in country. Now this aspirational districts ali majority of the sectors will be what? Majority of the sectors will be agriculture. Majority of the aspects or the work will be what? Work will be, I can say, rain-fed. Now rain-fed, now we need to develop this immensely, we need to develop this intensively. How can we develop this? We can develop this with the help of collaboration between, I can say, Indian government and state government, and such a scheme we call as what? Centrally sponsored scheme. Centrally sponsored scheme. So in the centrally sponsored, okay, but how can we develop this rain-fed areas? Male illa illi. Example, rain-fed yadu? Take an example of hockey stick region, North Karnataka and eastern part of Karnataka. It includes Kolar, Chikbillapur, Tumkur, Ramnagar, Ivela. It is deficit with respect to water. Deficit with respect to water. Now, what are the different initiatives taken up by government of Karnataka for the development of these regions? It is first and foremost one is a KC Valley project. And what is KC? First and foremost one is KC Valley. What is KC Valley? ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ನನಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾನೇನು ಕ್ಯೂಡ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಹಾಂ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕೋರಮಂಗಲ ಚಲಗಟ್ಟ ಓಕೆ ಡನ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ KC Valley? It is, I can say it is filtering the grey water. It is filtering the, I can say, grey water which has been released by the Bengaluru metropolitan, and we are pumping it to where? Pumping it to, I can say, Kolar and Chikbillapur, first one. And second major important project, it is our Hetinola project. Yes, which is Hetinola? What is Hetinola? Exactly. Maximum water it is being flowed by west flowing. Adre maximum is Kali. Maximum is a Kali. Highly important one. Nanu helada fix. Okay. It is. ನೀವು ಹಂಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಾಂ ನಾವು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ now this is my Karnataka. This is, I can think that this is Karnataka. Now there are few east flowing and west flowing. ನೋಡಿ west flowing distance ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕದು but which carries maximum load, whereas with respect to east flowing it includes Kaveri, it includes Krishna. It is lengthier but carries, I can say, smaller amount of water. Illi deficit, illi surplus. How can I do this? I need to develop what? That is pumping of water from where to where? That is west flowing river to east. That is majorly which east? It is majorly to Tumkur region. Majorly, I can say, Tumkur, eastern part of Hassan, Ibikela. Major important one, sir, develop ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ, and which is out of this, I can say, west flowing river, which is the maximum, or which has the maximum distance ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is Kali. It is a Kali river in Karnataka. It is a Kali river in Karnataka. Yes, highly important one, Ethinola project. Followed by North Karnataka ಹೆಂಗೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ? It is development of, ಅದು ಹೋಯ್ತು ಹಾಂ, ಅದು ಕುಡಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ನೀರಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅದು ಮಹದಾಯಿ. It is via development of, I can say, dams. That is Upper Krishna. Yes, major important one is development of Upper Krishna. Development of which one? That is Upper Krishna. Development of Upper Krishna. Yes, highly important one. Now, idr jotege we are also providing investment to the I can say agriculture sector to increase agricultural productivity. How antandre via integrated farm system, integrated pest management. Now, what is integrated farm system? What is integrated farming system? Inapa integrated andre what is integrated? That is again the same concept. It is integration of both the cultivation of not only traditional crops, horticulture, followed by allied sectors also. Allied sectors have also been integrated. Adu jotege we are also encouraging organic farming. That is Raita Series scheme. Followed by a huge investment has been poured with respect to the development of this sector, with respect technologically, with respect to digitally, as well as with respect to enhancing the replacement ratio as well. Now last class ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, enhancing the seed replacement ratio. Enhancing what? A seed replacement ratio, nothing but what? Cultivation of certified seeds. Cultivation of, I can say, certified seeds in the country. Cultivation of certified seeds in the country. Idr jotege will also be taking up different initiatives, which includes apiculture, which includes pig cultivation, which includes poultry, which includes allied sector, dairy, sericulture. All this have been taken up with respect to development of, I can say, this rain-fed regions in the country. And this has been implemented from where? This has been implemented from, I can say, the 2014-15. This has been implemented from 2014-15. Yes. The same thing continued. Component we call it as integrated farming system. The continued part we call it as integrated farming system. Now what is integrated? Integrated andreno? It is mix of traditional as well as advanced. Now what is traditional one? Traditional one is the normal cropping. Cropping andre normal agi. Normal tomato ಬೆಳಿತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕೊತ್ತಂಬರಿ. Yes or no? Okay, ಹಾಂ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಜೋಕು ಕೊತ್ತಂಬರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳ್ಳುಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, it is as simple as that. Integrated talks about combining of both traditional as well as modern one. Traditional talks about I can say cultivation normal crops. Now we are advancing with the help of I can say the different I can say the income generating source via allied sector also. This is a component of what? RKVY Raftar as well as Deen Dayal Upadhyay RKVY as well. Exactly, yes. Exactly on it is KC Valley, it is filtering the grey water and diverting it to the Kolar region. It is Kolar as well as the Chikbillapur region. See, already it is, I can say to some extent it is success. To some extent it has recharged the ground waters of Kolar as well as Chikbillapur. To some extent I can say. To some extent. Sir, Hettunole ಏನು status ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ I can say least important or I can say develop ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನು. ಏನೇನು ಆಗಿದೆಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇದಾವೆಲ್ಲ. Because ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, we have given only 50,000 crore rupees for capital. 50,000 ಕೋಟಿ ಫಾರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಚಾಯ್ ಬಿಸ್ಕೆಟ್ಗಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಂ ಎಸ್ ಹಾಂ ಎನ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ಸಿ ದುಡ್ಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಎಸ್ ಸರ್. ಸಿ whenever you are knowing about environment clearances, is it not only the fault of government of India, it is also fault of government of Karnataka. And the same thing with respect to Mahadai. ದುಡ್ಡೇ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇವರು. Now first and foremost understand this, the report for the development of any canal or development of any dam in the ecologically sensitive zone, the report need to be sent by whom? Karnataka government or state governments. ನಾವು ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು, ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್. ನನಗೆ ನೀರು ತುಂಬ್ಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಒಂದು 10 ಎಕರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಬಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ 50 ಎಕರೆ ಕೇಳೋದು. ನಾವು ವಿಲ್ ದ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರೆನ್ಸಸ್? ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ವಾಟ್? ವಿಲ್ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸರಿಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಹದಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. See, if you are demanding only for a minimal destruction of Western Ghats, obviously any government should, I can say, give a proposal. But normally ಇವರು ಚೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನನ್ನ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ನಾನೇ ಕೊಡಲಿ. The central government will say that ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ನಾನೇ ಕೊಡಲಿ. ನಾವು ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ನಾನು ಮಹದಾಯಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಲಿ, ಅದು ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾಗಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಸೇ ಯಸ್. If they say yes, it's the burden lies on me to construct this aspect. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಬರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ. And you should also think. I completely agree. Ecological sensitivity zone, on that basis, they have rejected. ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಯಾರಾದರೂ? Because of that. They have acquired or they have requested a maximum load for the conservation or I can say storage of water in Mahadai. ನಮಗೆ ಕುಡಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ನೀರು ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಧಾರವಾಡ ಈ ರೀಜನ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್? ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ 10 to 15 acres. ಇವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? 500 ಲೈಕ್ ಆರ್ 50 to 100. ನನಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ನ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. They said no. Yes. Now the biggest scheme it is ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಇ-ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ, ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿರಲ್ಲ. ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಇನಾಮ್. ನಾವು ಇನಾಮ್ಗಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಸ್. After the success, see any e-governance technologies or e-commerce sectors, it has been done by Karnataka government. After the success of Karnataka's, it has been inculcated by whom? It has been inculcated by the central government. The same thing happened with respect to I can say Rashtriya e-market services also. Now what is Rashtriya e-market services? That is integration of what? Integration of APMCs. ಏನಪ್ಪ APMCs ಅಂದರೆ? That is integration of exactly perfect online. Yes, I'm following. Okay. Now integration of what? Integration of the different APMCs. What is APMCs? Agricultural produce marketing companies or corporations. Now this has been integrated via how? This has been integrated via, now think that this is Karnataka we have n number of APMCs. Now this APMCs are being controlled by whom? It is state government. Already question, state government. First question. Second major important one, this APMCs working efficiently? What are the major challenges you are seeing? The major challenge is our presence of middleman, lack of transparent prices. Third one, huge number of taxes has been added. Fourth one, lack of food processing, lack of cold storages, whatnot. Every challenge is. Now if I want to develop this farmers via RKVY, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana dalli, if I want to develop them, I need to develop this marketing sectors. Now to develop this marketing sectors, I am interlinking what? I am linking the different markets which are present throughout Karnataka via virtual means, via e-commerce, or I can say via a digital means. Via a digital means. Sir, a digital market ella sari hogbidutta? Sari hogata to some extent it will. How sir? And then first and foremost one is the prices in different markets can be seen. ನೋಡ್ಬೋದಾ ಈಗ ಯಾವ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ನಾವು ನನಗೆ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೆಲ್, ನಾವು ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಇನ್, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು, ನನಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಯಶವಂತಪುರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಇಫ್ ಐಮ್ ಅವೇರ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಾಮನಗರ, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಟು ರಾಮನಗರ ಆರ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಟು ಕನಕಪುರ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಎಸ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಚೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ರಾಮನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು, ಅದು ಬದಲು ಯಶವಂತಪುರಕ್ಕೆ ಕಳ್ಸೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಂ. Yes, hope you're getting. We can know the prices of, I can say different APMCs in different, I can say districts or different APMC market. One is giving me a choice. Second one, bringing the transparency in market. A third major important one, now the government can regulate this APMCs via centralized manner also. This APMCs can be regulated by what? A centralized manner via a digital means. And this concept we call it as a Rashtriya e-market services. Highly important. Alle ideyalla. It is Rashtriya. What is Rashtriya andre? It is state. It is e-market. E andre digital. Markets are being connected via digital manners. It is, and the services is being provided by, I can say, state government. It is state government has been providing a Rashtriya, that is integration of the market, to make it transparent, to make it, I can say, to make it increase the choice of farmers, to make it more, I can say, a value addition to the farmers. And the government of Karnataka has launched, I can say, Rashtriya e-market services. Idna copy ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? Just ENAM has been launched in 2016. ENAM has been launched in 2016 by which ministry? By which ministry? By Ministry of Agriculture. In 2016 already question ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 2016, that is integration of what? Integration of the APMCs throughout India. Throughout India, same thing, to bringing transparency, reduction of taxes, encouraging the selling of the farmers to different mandis. ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕೋ ಸೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹರಿಯಾಣ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೋದು, ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಶಕ್ತಿ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ತುಪ್ಪ ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಲು ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ, ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸೆಲ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಇ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್, ಆರ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ENAM at national level. That is electronic national agricultural markets has been developed. Yes, exactly, perfect. Okay, alva Rashtriya e-market services or ENAM has been launched. Now, ಇಲ್ಲಿ major important one is implementation. Implementation is done by the small farmers, it is small farmers agri-business consortium. It has been implemented by a cooperative, that is called as the small farmers agri-business consortium. Agri-business a consortium. Yes, highly important one. Okay, homework kodla. Yes. First and foremost homework, it is, where do you see the Asia's largest APMC? First question, Asia's largest APMC. Try ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. First one. Second one, which is the largest APMC in Karnataka? Largest APMC in Karnataka. Second. Third one, which is the recent market which has been announced in the budget by Karnataka government with respect to floriculture, with respect to spices, with respect to fishes? Okay, yes, done. You should know. Now the next major important one, it is minimum floor price scheme. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು MSP. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು ಒಂದು MSP ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Now what is the difference between MSP and what is the difference between FRP and what is the difference between minimum floor price? ಆಮೇಲೆ MFP ಅಂದರೆ ಮೈನರ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ MSP? MSP ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್. Now this has been announced for how many crops? It is announced for 22 plus 1. 22 plus 1. 1 includes sugarcane. 1 includes a sugarcane. ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ sugarcane ರಾಣಿ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ? ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೂ. ಓಕೆ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಬೇಡ ಬಿಡಿ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ FRP. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪು. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ now this first and foremost one MSP. Now this has been announced by whom? It is announced by a cabinet committee on economic affairs. But recommend ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾರು? It is recommended by ಯಾರು? It is exactly yes. It is Commission on Agricultural Cost and Prices, CACP, and which ministry? Minister of Agriculture. Mains question 2021 KS mains question. Direct question about CACP ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬರೀತೀರಾ? ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ತೀರಾ? ಸರ್ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ಯು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ. Okay, it is announced by what? Announced by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. Now the CACP takes into consideration various factors before recommending it to the government. Now what are the different, I can say, what are different technologies or what are different methodologies they'll take? We have three important methodologies. One is I can say A2 method, A2 plus FL method, followed by C2 method. Yes, A2 ಅಂತಂದರೆ only agricultural inputs are taken into consideration while announcing or while recommending the prices to the government. Agricultural inputs like soil, irrigation ಇವೆಲ್ಲ. Whereas A2 plus FL ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? A2 ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ನಮಗೆ. FL is nothing but a family labor or farm labor is being included here. Followed by C2 ಅಂತಂದರೆ comprehensive method which has been recommended by whom? MS Swaminathan. And said that not only A2 plus FL, we need to take into consideration the cost of land also. the cost of the land also. Even though land namde idru kuda, you need to consider land while recommending it to the CCEA, headed by yaru? Headed by Prime Minister. Now which cabinet committee? Now is this cabinet committee constitutional bodies? First, mattenu statutory, extra constitutional. Extra constitutional ಎರಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Safe zone, ನೀವು safe zone, It is executive body. It is executive body. Second very important one, which cabinet committee is called as a super cabinet? It is the political affairs, we call it as, I can say, the cabinet committee on political affairs. Economic affairs Allah. It is cabinet committee on political affairs, we call it as what? I can say super cabinet. Super cabinet. Third question is, which cabinet committees are not being headed by Prime Minister? Parliamentary affairs, appointments, accommodation. It is accommodation. Yarappa head ಮಾಡೋದು? Parliamentary affairs. Parliamentary affairs. It is parliamentary affairs. It is headed by normal either parliamentary affairs minister or defense minister. Whereas accommodation headed by home minister. Yes, you should know. Exactly, yes. Now sir, MSP recommend ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಗವರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಆರ್ ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ ತಗೋತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? It is 1.5 times what? A2 plus FL. But the Punjab governments are demanding what? C2 ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. Second demanding is, we want legal backing to this MSP. We want legal backing ಕೊಡಿ. Yes. Now sir, the MSP the biggest challenge ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, it does not include horticultural crops, it does not include commercial crops, it does not include our plantation crops. Now sir, FRP ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್? Only cobra ಬಿಟ್ಟು, or it is copra or kobri. Okay. ಮಧುರಾ, ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಧುರು? ಓಕೆ, ಮಧುರ್ ರಾಣಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಧುರ್ ಅಂತೆ, ಆದರೆ ಶುಗಕೇನ್ ರಾಣಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಓಕೆ, ನೋ. It is as simple as that. Sumalata. Now, first one is sugarcane. First one, sir, ಇದು ಕೊಬ್ಬರಿ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, see this copra is not considered as a plantation crops. Plantation crops are considered ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟು. Now with respect to FRP, so sugarcane ಬರಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, again sugarcane commercial crops, but this has been announced majorly on political grounds. This has a legal backing. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, MSP does not have legal backing, but this has a legal backing under what? Essential Commodities Act of which year? 1955. Essential Commodities Act of 1955. Now this has been announced by central government again, CCEA, based on CACP. ಇದು ಸಾಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ state will announce extra cost, we call it as ASAP. What is up? A state advisory prices. Now which state is the largest producer of? ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡ, ಏನು ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರು? It is the largest producer of sugar. It is Maharashtra. Largest producer of sugar is Maharashtra and Karnataka. Number one quality sugarcane has been cultivated in South India. With respect to number quality ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ or quantity ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is UP. With respect to quantity, it is UP. With respect to quality, huge crushing season, it is Maharashtra and Karnataka. Yes. Now sir, last major important one, it is minor or I can say minimum floor price scheme. Now this minimum floor price scheme ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು sir? Now what is minimum? Again minimum, or I can say minor. Now what is floor? What is floor price scheme? It is major important one. It is at least basic prices should be provided. At least I'm saying. At least basic prices should be provided by state government. Now Karnataka government is implementing this minor floor price scheme. Now sir, major important one, what is this? What is this minor floor price? Now first and foremost one, it is minor or minimum antandre. Illi we are inculcating the different horticulture crops. We are inculcating, not examples. Examples includes, again copra it is there. Allu ittu. Second major important one, safflower, sunflower as well as turmeric. Highly important one, not only this, they are also providing, I can say, minimum for horticulture as well as the plantation also. Few plantation crops. Majorly for horticulture as well as for plantation crops are being provided minimum floor price. Minimum of floor price, we call it as what? We call it as, I can say, minimum floor price scheme. ಇವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು. ಏನೇನೊಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, it is what is the price support scheme. What do you mean by price support scheme? Now this price support scheme has been mentioned for the first time in Operation Top. In Operation Top, what is top? Tomato, onion and potato. Now this has been increased to, it has been increased to Operation Greens. Operation Greens, which majorly talks about horticulture. Which majorly talks about horticulture. Okay, Alva? Majorly talks about horticulture. Now, sir, now what do you mean by price support scheme? Now think that I have announced MSP. I have announced MSP for, think that copra or cobrige. Now I have announced think that some 1,000 rupees. The government has announced 1,000 rupees per, I can say, bag and corner, one bag, one maybe on that kg and corner. Now market think that there is two situations. One is it is running at 800 rupees. It is running at 1,200 rupees. In one situation, the cost at the market is 800, and in one situation the cost is 1,200. Now, ಈಗ ನೀವು ರೈತರಾದರೆ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಸೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ 800? During 800, market price is lesser. I will sell it to what? I can say government, because I am getting 200 extra. This has been announced by government. This is minimal, I can say minimum of floor price scheme. But adi extra iddaga, will I sell it to government? No, I won't. Now government is saying, nodappa kadme iddagu you sell it to market. You sell it to government, this difference amount, we call it as price support is being provided by yaru? Governments. Is being provided by government because we are not the procurers of copra. Na ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಕೊಬ್ಬರಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು? Rather you sell it to the market. But the difference amount, we'll give it to whom? The difference amount we will directly transfer it to, I can say, the bank account of farmers. And this we call it as the price deficit, or I can say the price support scheme, or I can say the price deficit. The price deficit, a scheme has been supported by yarappa antandre, it is by government. Under Operation Greens, it is done by central government. Under minimum floor price scheme, it has been done by government of Karnataka. Yes or no? Okay, artha agtideya? Yes. Okay. Yes, this is with respect to our minimum of floor price scheme. Minimum floor price scheme, understand this, it includes turmeric, which includes safflower, which includes sunflower. Now recent again, the turmeric board, the national turmeric board, which has been established where? It is national turmeric board, which has been established by which ministry? It has been established by Ministry of Commerce. At where? At Telangana. Followed by the tribal university. The tribal university has been established in where? Again Telangana. It is named as, it is as simple as that, It is Sammakka Sarakka. Okay, ಯಾವುದೊಂದು ಅಕ್ಕ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ. ಹಾಂ ಹಾಂ ಹೌದು. ಫೆಸ್ಟಿವಲ್ಲು ಕೂಡ they are, I can say, they are being worshipped also. They are being worshipped because they are the warriors. They are the warriors who fought against which rulers? Which rulers? ಯಾವ rulers? It is Kakatiyas. It is Kakatiyas of where? Kakatiyas of Warangal. They fought against Warangal. Again, university ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ Warangal. But they have just proposed, but not. Yes. Now, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, which special powers has been given to? Which special powers has been given to the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana? ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಪವರ್ಸ್ ತೆಲಂಗಾಣ ಮತ್ತು ಆಂಧ್ರ ಪ್ರದೇಶ ಯಾವುದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 371 ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿ. ಆ ಡಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ. ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆ ನ್ಯೂ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನ್ಯೂ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಗುಜರಾತ್ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಗುಜರಾತ್. ಓಟಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೇನಕ್ಕೂ ನಾವು ಬೇಡ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್. ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದೇ ಆರ್ ರಿಟಾಲಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್. ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫೈನ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಸ್ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ಆರ್ ಯು ನಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್? ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಪಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಷ್ಟು ನಮಗೂ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ, ಬಟ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ಆರ್ ಯು ಇಂಪೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಂದೂ ಆರ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹಿಂದಿ? ವೈ ಆರ್ ಯು ಇಂಪೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಂದಿ? ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಾವು ಕಲಿತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸಿವ್ ಲರ್ನರ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಹಿಂದಿನ ಎಂಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ವೈ ಆರ್ ಯು ಎಂಕರೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ವೈ ಆರ್ ಯು ಪುಷಿಂಗ್? ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು, ಕಲೀರಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗುಡ್. ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎನಿ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೆವರ್ ಟಚ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಅಸ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ನ ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟಚ್ ದಟ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಟಾಲಿಯೇಟ್. ನೋಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಈವನ್ ಇನ್ ಮೆಟ್ರೋಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈವನ್ ದೇ ಹವ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ಅ ಬಿಲ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ 60% ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾಲೋವಿಂಗ್ ಈವನ್ ತೆಲಂಗಾಣ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡು ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯೂ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ 3 to 4 years ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ದೇ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗಾಟ್ ಎ ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಈ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಬಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. But just see, this is the emotional attachment. We don't have much emotional attachment to the central government. Yes. See, ನಾನೇನೋ ಒಂಥರ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ನೆವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಗಲಿ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆತ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್. ನಾವು ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆತ್ಮ? ಆತ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ. ಆ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ a management agency. Agricultural technology, a management agency which has been established. Now what is this agency? Agriculture related, technology related, management and agency. Now as soon as you see agency word, what do you mean by agency? Agency andre enappa? What is agency? First, what do you mean by agency? Agency ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಬಾಡಿ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಅ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಯುಟರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕಿಂಗ್, ರಾದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಅ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ CBI, ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ED, ಎನ್ಫೋರ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರೇಟ್. ನ್ಯೂಸಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ 3 ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂತೆ. ಈ ತೆಲಂಗಾಣ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ರೀಸೆಂಟಾಗಿ ED ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಜೈ ಜೈ ಜೈ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಂ. ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅ ಟ್ರಿಕ್. ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ವಿಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಅಶೇಮ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಓಕೆ ತಲೆ ಬಗ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನೇ ಗೆಲ್ಲೋದು ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಓಕೆ. Now with respect to Atma, that is Agriculture Technology Management Agency. Agency is nothing but what? Agency is nothing but, I can say, executive body on the similar lines of CBI, in the similar lines of ED, Enforcement Directorate. This has been established under which one? That is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. In which year? That is 2005. 2005. Sir, your work ಏನು ಇವ್ರದ್ದು? Their work is providing technology to whom? providing technology to the farmers, providing technology to FPOs, providing technologies to SHGs, providing technologies to cooperatives. Now, sir, istella technology yak kodbek now. One is to increase the yield. Second one here is to increase the income of farmers. Third one, to reduce the manual labor. To reduce the manual labor which has been employed in the sector. Now, last class 50% of the labor who are employed in which sector? That is primary sector. Now, how can we reduce this? We can reduce this by focusing on what? Focusing on technology. Examples focusing on tractors, focusing on hi-fi technologies. Last class focusing on what? Focusing on happy seeder, focusing on, I can say, truck carriers. All this are the machineries. And not only this, they're also focusing on, I can say, cold storages. They're also focusing on transportation. They're also focusing on skill building, advanced technologies. They're also focusing on disbursement of information under KCC, Kisan credit card, and they're also focusing on, I can say, disbursement of information with respect to soil information is also being transferred. And who is the agency which will regulate all these aspects? It is by ATMA. What is ATMA? It is Agricultural Technology Management Agency. Agricultural Technology Management Agency. They will inculcate what? Advanced technologies, advanced techniques. Advanced techniques are being inculcated with respect to development of agri sector in the country and double the income of the farmers by 2025. Double the income of the farmers by 2025 is the major objective. Madlu 22 itto. Adha mundike. 25 hodaga? Okay. It is by 2025 as of now. Yes. It is, I can say, as simple as that. Ashok Dalwai committee has said that we need to double the income of the farmers by 2022. How can we do this? We can do this by inculcating or focusing on, I can say, FPOs. That is, what is FPOs? The farmer producer organizations. Farmer producer organizations, and focusing on mechanization and focusing on agricultural development by inculcating different hi-fi technologies. Hi-fi technologies. That is, ಯಾವ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಅಪ್ಪ ನೋಡಿದ್ದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ? That is, I can say, ಯಂತ್ರಧಾರೆ scheme. That is, I can say, ಕೃಷಿ ಯಂತ್ರಧಾರೆ scheme. See, ಮರಿಬಾರ್ದು. ನಾನು ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮರೀಲೇಬಾರ್ದು ನೀವು. Yes, ನೀವು ಹೊಸದು ಓದಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. You should never forget the, I can say, already read content. That is the biggest blunder. Yes, it is Krishi Yantradhara scheme which mainly talks about, I can say, hiring of hi-fi technologies nearest to, I can say, panchayats. Nearest to our panchayats. Yes. This we have discussed. It is MSP and FRP. MSP ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ನ್ಯೂಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, the Punjab farmers are demanding to provide MSP based on what? MSP based on C2 prices. MSP based on what? Based on legality. Third measuring point one here is MSP should be provided for all crops. Why only 22? ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೊಡಿ. Next measuring point one, shift the agricultural item from a state list to concurrent list. I can say shifting from agriculture to, I can say, concurrent list. And these are the recommendations which has been provided by our MS Swaminathan. And these recommendations the Punjab farmers are demanding to implement this. Yes, okay now. Doctor, it is FRP. I said it is for sugarcane. It has a legal backing. Second major important one. The second major important one here is, it is announced by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs on the recommendation of, I can say, CACP. Yes, highly important one. It's sakagalla anta. Now once credit ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? SAP. At a state advisory process. Example ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. SAP will always be higher than what? FRP. SAP should always be higher than FRP. That is fair and remunerative prices. Karnataka highest producer of sugarcane ಯಾವುದು? It is Belgaum district. Highly important one. Which is the largest district? It is Belgaum. Which is smallest? Bangalore rural urban na? Okay. Population wise, Kodagu lowest, highest is urban with respect to density wise. That is urban highest, lowest Uttara Kannada na? That is Kodagu. Okay, yes? Done. Now, next major important question here is Karnataka's HDI. Clearly, HDI Human Development Index. Now, this Human Development Index is the fifth edition. Now, in fifth edition, ಜೊತೆಗೆ multi-dimensional poverty index ಕೂಡ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Multi-dimensional poverty index is also been released by taking taluk as the reference. Taluk as the reference for calculating the poverty as well as human development index. Human development index. Now, idರಲ್ಲಿ which is the highest rank? Which district is the highest? Bangalore urban, lowest is Yadgiri. Lowest is Yadgiri. Yes. Fifth and particularly fifth one. Yes. Nodi recent Karnataka Bijan committees ಇದಾವೆ. One is minimum at least you should know about State Finance Commission. Minimum you should know about I can say the different committees which have been established with respect to NEP. Studying of NEP, studying of 8th schedule ತುಳುನ include ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. Yes, Alva committee, Mohan Alva. Yes. ಎಲ್ಲ at least different committee recommendations committees ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. See KPSC ಲಿಂಗೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕೇಳೋದು. They'll give you match the following. ತುಳುಗೆ ಯಾವುದು? Yes, Tulu mentioned 8th schedule. Second one, they'll ask a question saying that NEP or to squash NEP, which committee recommendation has been established? ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ for panchayats, which committee? With respect to our, I can say goddesses, Kannada goddesses, Bhuvaneshwarina, we need to make it as I can say a state symbol. ಯಾವ committee recommendations? Yes, all this becomes important. ಒಂದು 10 ಕಮಿಟಿ ಇದೆ, ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಷಿಪ್ರ ಅವಲೋಕನ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕಂಪೈಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ 2023 ಇದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ ಸಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್. ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಒಂದು 10 ಸತಿ ಓದ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಎಸ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ತೊಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮೇ 2 days ತೊಗೊಳೋದು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ವಿತಿನ್ ಒನ್ ಡೇ ಮುಗೀತು. ಹಾರ್ಡ್ಲಿ 200 pages. Hardly 200 pages. Yes. Okay, Baswa, thank you. Okay. Actually, it means a lot. Okay, ಅಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಬೈತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಬೈಕೋತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸರ್ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೊತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ನನಗೇನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಮಿನಾಗಿ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ಬೇಕು. ನನಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಮಿನಾ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಸರ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಕೊಡಿ, ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಕೊಡಿ, ಸುಸ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಕೂರಬೇಕು. ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ನಾ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಆ ಜೋಕ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಗ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಪೆರೇಡ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗ ಓಕೆ ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರು, ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಾ? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಆರ್ ಶಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 60+ ಅವ್ರು ನಿಲ್ಲಲ್ವ ಬೆಳಗಿನ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲದವರೆಗೂ? ಎಸ್ ಅವ್ರನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ತಾನೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಗಾಡಿನ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ಬದಲು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಲೆಫ್ಟಾಗಿ, ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಾ? ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ನೋ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಟ್ ಡೆಡಿಕೇಶನ್. ವಿತ್ ಡೆಡಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್. ವಿತ್ ಸ್ಯಾಕ್ರಿಫೈಸ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್. ಎಸ್ ಅವ್ರನು ಹಂಗರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗೋದು. ಹಂಗರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಲಕ್ಸುರಿ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಏನೂ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರ್ದಾದ್ರು. ಟೇಕ್ ಎನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್. ಟೇಕ್ ಎನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ? ರಿಲಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಬಾನಿ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಂಬಾನಿ, ಅದಾನಿ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ದೇ ವರ್ಕ್ ಲಿಟ್ರಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್. ಅದೇ ಅವ್ರ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಸೋಂಬೇರಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ವೆಲ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್, ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರೂ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರ ಅಪ್ಪನಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ಟೇಕ್ ಎನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸಾಫ್ಟ್. ಟೇಕ್ ಎನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು? ದೇ ವರ್ಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರಾಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್. ಬಟ್ ನಾವೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನಾದರೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, AC ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮನೆಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದುಡ್ಡು ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರೆ AC ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲೈಸ್ಡ್ AC. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಬರೋದು ದೊಡ್ಡ LCD TV. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸೋಫಾ ಹಿಂಗೇನೋ ಬರ್ತಲ್ಲ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ, ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಂಥದ್ದು ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲ್ದು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ. ಸಿ in case if you are going for more luxury, that means you are not towards your success. Success ಅನ್ನೋದು ಏನು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? Yes or no? Yes, you should never stop. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ತಹಸೀಲ್ದಾರ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಫಾರ್ AC. AC ಇದ್ದರೆ DC ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ, DC ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೇಲಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ, ಅಂದರೆ CM PM. ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೇನಂತೆ, ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾ ಕಾಸು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾ? ಎಸ್ ಸರ್ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವನ ಸಾಯಿಸಿ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಅಸಾಸಿನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಂ. ನಾವು ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ RDF, now we have two important infrastructure development funds. One is rural and the second one we call as urban infrastructure development fund. Now with respect to RDF and the second one we call it as UIDF. RDF as well as UIDF. Now RDF andre we know that is rural infrastructure development fund and this is urban infrastructure development fund. Now sir, RDF ಯಾವಾಗ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, UIDF ಯಾವಾಗ? Now this RDF has been launched in 1990s, but this has been launched last year. This has been launched last year. Second major important one, now this RDF, ಈ RDFಗೆ ಮತ್ತು UIDFಗೆ ಸರ್ ದುಡ್ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Money comes from, for both this, money comes from where? A PSL shortfall. What is PSL? Priority sector lending. Announced by RBI. Priority sector lending announced by yaru? Announced by RBI. Nothing but 40% of the net time liabilities. 40% of net demand and time liabilities. Andre loan ಕೊಡೋದ್ರೆ 40%, ಶೇಕಡ 40%, we need to provide it to what? We need to provide it to, I can say, the weaker category sections. It can be housing, it can be solar, it can be for agriculture, highest agriculture, followed by renewable, MSME sector. All this comes under priority sector lending. ಯಾರು ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ RBI. ಎಸ್, ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ 18% agriculture, 18% goes to agriculture out of 40%. Out of 14%, 18% goes to agriculture sector. Now the next major important one, it is managed by yarappa, managed and regulated by, I can say NABARD. Managed by what? Managed by NABARD. Managed by, I can say yaru, it is NHB. It is National Highways Board. Housing banker. That is exactly. It is National Housing, I can say Housing Board, headquartered in New Delhi, headquartered in, I can say Mumbai, headquartered in Mumbai. Now this NABARD, NABARD andrenu, National Board for Agriculture and Rural Development, and which has been established on whose recommendation? Shivaraman Committee recommendations. Shivaraman Committee recommendations in 1981 Act, 1982 established ಆಗುತ್ತೆ Mumbai. And who's the owner? 100% is owned by the central government. 100% is owned by central government. Who is regulating? It is regulated by, this RDF is regulated by NABARD. RDF is regulated by NABARD. Example, which ministry ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ministry? Ministry of Development, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of the Finance. Thank you SR. Yes, okay. With respect to UIDF, it is Ministry of again Finance, Ministry of Finance. Sir, your ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ they will provide loans. They will provide loans for infrastructure development. For infrastructure development, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೂರಲಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಬನಲ್ಲಿ. It is established by Ministry of Finance. Under where? Under NHB. Again same thing. Launched by Ministry of Finance. Under where? NABARD. Now, this NHB has been established in which year? 81. It is 1988-89, based on Rangarajan Committee recommendations. Rangarajan Committee recommendations. Yes, highly important one. It is in New Delhi. It is in New Delhi. Expect question on this UIDF. UIDF is important. Now, next major important one, Next major important one, it is the funds. It is the funds. Which fund? It is Kayaka Nidhi fund. It is Kayaka Nidhi fund. Now what is this Kayaka Nidhi? Kayaka andre Nidhi andre. It is Kayaka is nothing but the workers who are working in where? Who are working in APMC sector. It is Kayaka is nothing but our workers. It is the workers who are working in the different markets which have been regulated by APMC sector. Which have been regulated by APMC sector. Now for them fund has been established. Fund has been established, and this we call it as Nidhi. This we call it as Nidhi. Now from this Nidhi we will be providing what? I can say expenses for I can say the partial medical expenses as well as for the death of an individual. Now ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿರಿ, ನಾವು ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಪ್ ಟು 1 lakh rupees has been provided. Up to 1 lakh rupees has been provided in case ಏನಾದರೂ ತೀರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ. Yes, in case if the person dies for final ritual purposes or final rites, we will be providing what? It is 10,000 to 25,000 rupees money has been provided. From where? It is Kayaka Nidhi. That is a fund which has been established by Government of Karnataka with respect to enhancing the well-beings or enhancing the welfare of whom? That is the workers who are working in where? Who are working in this APMC sector. Who are working in this APMC sector. First and foremost one. The second major important one, this is only for workers. This is only for workers. Whereas second major important one, it is Raita Sanjeevani. Now what is Raita Sanjeevani? What is Raita Farmers? Sanjeevani is nothing but insurance is being provided. Insurance has been provided to whom? Insurance has been provided to the farmers. Now sir, insurance ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, it is major one here is first and foremost one. The first and foremost one, they'll be providing compensation in the range of 10,000 to I can say 1 lakh rupees for medical as well as for what? Medical as well as for accidental death. Medical as well as accidental death. Who will be providing? It is being provided by the Karnataka State Agricultural Marketing Board. It has been provided by Karnataka Marketing Agricultural Board. They will provide what? They will provide 10,000 to 1 lakh rupees. Whereas ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, it is Kayaka Nidhi ಎಷ್ಟು? Kayaka Nidhi for medical it is 1 lakh. Whereas for I can say the final rituals, they will be providing 10,000 to I can say 25,000 to the closed accounts. Be cautious, example ಇದೆ ಕೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. It is Kayaka Nidhi, it is only for the workers who are working in APMCs. Majorly, the Raita Sanjeevani is majorly for I can say the farmers, or I can say the agricultural personalities. How much money is being provided? The money it is ranges from 10,000 to 1 lakh rupees. Is being provided for what? Is being provided for insurance. Is being provided as an insurance to increase the well-being of I can say agricultural farmers. Yes, okay alva. Next one, next major important one, it is the startups. It is startups. Now startups andre enappa? Now what is startup and which is called as startup capital of India? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಓಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ನಾನು ಕೇಳೋದು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಅಪ್ ಇನ್ 2023? It is Kerala. It is Kerala has established. Kerala has established the maximum number of startups. It is Kerala. Highly important one. It is Bengaluru is called as startup hub. Whereas the major important one, it is Kerala has established the largest number of startups. Now, sir, startup andre enu? ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಈಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಪ್ಪ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಂ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸು. ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್, ಸೂಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್. ಹಾಂ, shell companies or suitcase companies. Now what is startup? Startup is nothing but a company which has been established recently and has not exceeded more than 10 years. It has not exceeded more than 10 years agilla antandre, and such companies we call as what? A startup companies. A startups. Sir, startup agi establish madidre nange ಏನು sir use? Hope you're getting. What is the benefit? I'll be getting tax benefits. I'll be getting tax benefit in the form of what? Tax holidays. I'll be getting tax benefit in the form of tax holidays. Now, for encouraging the startups, we have the major scheme we call it as what? A PM Mudra Yojana. It is PM Mudra Yojana. It is PM Mudra and PM a Stand Up India scheme. PM Stand Up India scheme. Now, under Mudra Yojana, 1 ಎಷ್ಟು ಲಕ್ಷದವರೆಗೂ 10 lakh rupees. Now, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 10 lakh to 1 crore. 10 lakh to 1 crore. Now, under Mudra, we have 3 important components. One is Shishu, Kishore, and Tarun. Shishu ಅಂದ್ರೆ 50,000 ಲೋಡ್. 1 rupee or 0 rupees to 50,000. We call it as Shishu. Kishore ಅಂದ್ರೆ 50,000 to 5 lakh. And the last one we call it as 5 lakh to 10 lakh. We call it as Kishore. Already there was a question. Second question, stand up question ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Under the stand up, the priority is being given to whom? SC, ST, OBC, women. I can say priority is being given to whom? Whole. It is minority sector, or I can say the vulnerable category sections. Vulnerable category sections which majorly includes scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and women. Scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and women. Yes, highly important one. It does stand ups 10 lakh to 1 crore. It has been launched by, I can say, Ministry of Finance. Ministry of Finance, both are launched by Ministry of Finance, but regulated by ಯಾರು? ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. It is Ministry of Commerce. ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? It is Mudra. SIDBI. It is SIDBI. It is Small Industries Development Board of India. ಸಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ? ಓಕೆ, ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. ಸಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್. Ministry of Commerce is majorly with respect to encouraging export and import. Majorly export. Whereas ಇಲ್ಲಿ we are talking about establishment of startups. Nothing but employment. We are focusing on employment. ಇಲ್ಲಿ major one here is we are providing loans to encourage the youth to establish industries rather than demanding employment. They need to make us self-employed. Self-employment ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ rather than establishment of any industries. Yes, highly important one. Mudra as well as startup comes under again Small Industries Development Board of India. Now this SIDBI, it is a private bank or a public bank? ಹೇಳ್ರಪ್ಪ ಈಗ. Praveen, exactly, yes. Angel tax is completely different. Angel tax is majorly levied on startups. Angel, venture, angel tax as well as venture tax. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನ್ಯೂಸಲ್ಲಿ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ. ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನ್ಯೂಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ SIDBI. This SIDBI, it has been established under IDBI. It is, what is IDBI? Industrial Development Bank of India. Now this IDBI is a private bank. IDBI is a private bank and this SIDBI is headquartered in Lucknow. This SIDBI is established or headquartered in Lucknow, New Delhi lalla, Bangalore lalla. It is established in Lucknow. Why Lucknow? Because Lucknow has a huge MSMEs. To cater to the needs of MSMEs, the SIDBI has established its headquarters in where? I can say in Uttar Pradesh. Yes. Now, ಇಲ್ಲಿ Karnataka government has three major important schemes. One is ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ they'll provide mentoring support. They will support you by providing mentorship. Mentorship ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? What is mentorship? Nothing but guidance followed by they'll provide or they'll give you training. Mentorship as well as accelerated programs by integration with different top, I can say, the top agricultural organizations. It can be agri universities, it can be ICAR, that is Indian Council of Agricultural Research, followed by academicians, followed by scientists also be integrated, and they will guide the, I can say, the farmers, or they'll guide the youths with respect to establishment of what? Startups in the country. Startups in the country, first and foremost step. Second major important step here is establishment. A government is providing new assistance. Government is providing what? A new assistance with respect to what? New assistance with respect to establishment of new agricultural innovation. Sir, new antandrenu ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ. I am establishing for the first time. If I am establishing for the first time, how much money or the subsidy is being provided from the government? Subsidy is in the form of 50%, or I can say maximum 5 lakshadinda 10 lakshadvargu. Maximum amount is I can say 5 lakh to 20 lakh rupees. 5 lakh rupees to, I can say, 20 lakh rupees is being provided for new startups. Whereas if I want to expand the startups, the government is providing again 50% subsidy, or I can say minimum 20 lakhs in the 50 lakh is being provided. Yes, but one of the biggest, I can say, a benefit which has been provided by the government of Karnataka. One of the biggest, I can say, benefit which has been provided by government with respect to establishment of the startups in the country. Establishment of startups in the country. Yes, okay now. One is with respect to startups, they are providing mentorship, they are providing training, they are providing, I can say, acceleration with the communication of the contact with, I can say, different organizations. It can be scientists, academicians, universities. It can be top ICR. Yes, you jithe ella sersi, they will train you. They will train you, and then you can establish new things. Alli subsidy 50% kodtare, or it can be maximum of 20 lakh rupees. For expansion, if you want to expand your startups before 10 years, if you want to expand martira antandre, again 20 lakh rupees to 50 lakh rupees has been provided. 50 lakh rupees has been provided. Yes. Next one, or I can say the last one with respect to agriculture. Now last one enappa antandre, now that is FPOs. Now what is FPOs? What is farmer or producer organizations? ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾವ ಎಫ್ ಯು ಅಂದರೆ? ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಂ, exactly. It is as simple as that. Integration of different farmers. Now think that you guys, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿ, it is a single individual farmers. Now if you are single, can you demand anything from government? Can you demand anything from private? Can you demand anything from the public? No. But even ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಾದ್ರೆ, can you demand anything? Obviously yes. You can demand the prices. You can demand the infrastructure establishment. You can demand something from the government also. And such cooperation among the farmers, ille idu nodi, farmer producers, I can say, organization. It is nothing but cooperation of, I can say, the farmers, the producing farmers. We call it as FPOs. Sir, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, take an example of Nandini. This Nandini is nothing but FPO, nothing but cooperatives. On this same model, the government of Karnataka as well as government of India is, I can say, working literally hard to make double of the farmers of income by 2025 with the help of establishment of FPOs in the country. And also in Karnataka. Idikoskara we have two major important schemes. One is our major and major important one is centrally sector establishment FPOs. Is central sectorally 100% funded by, I can say, central government. We are establishing, our government has announced to establish 10,000 FPOs. Already question kelidare. 10,000 FPOs has been established or announced by government of India under central sector FPO scheme. In the same manner, under centrally sponsored scheme, it is not 10,000. We need to establish 100 FPOs. We need to establish with the help of a state government. We need to establish 100 FPOs. But ಆದರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ನೀವು 10,000 ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ 100? And Karnataka government said that we won't establish lesser than 100 Rather, we will establish 750. We will establish 750 within 3 years. We will establish how much? We will establish 750 within 3 years, and that 3 years. And that 3 years, Ali, 250 each hange. 250 each hange, we will establish it. Now, sir, as of now, approximately we have 500 FPOs. As of now, we have how much? Approximately 500 FPOs has been established in Karnataka. Highly important one. Already question KD it is 486. It is Karnataka's FPOs are 486 under centrally sponsored scheme. Under a centrally sponsored scheme. Yes? Done? Okay? Done? We'll stop here. Okay. ನಾನು ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. Last 5 minutes. I'll take some questions from both online and offline. Online questions. Fast questions. It's okay. ನೀವು ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಏನು ದಬಾಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಓದಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತು ನನಗೆ. ಹಾಂ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಬೇಗನೆ. See, first and foremost question will be, already Arjun sir ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ mostly. It is, as of now, exam date is fixed. Change ಆಗೋವರೆಗೂ ನೀವು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಲ್ಲ. It is 5/5/24 is fixed. 5/5/24 is fixed. Nothing but how many days ಇದೆ ಈಗ? How many days? It is less than 50 days. Less than 50 days, or as simple as that, 47 days. 15 ಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರಿತೀವಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ. Yes, it is 40, less than 50 days, as simple as that. First one. Second major important one, ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಆನ್ ಡೈಲಿ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟ್ರಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ 3 things is mandatory. 3 things is mandatory. ಇನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಷ್ಟ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಜೊತೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದು, ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಷ್ಟ. ಅದು ಹೋಗಂಗಿರೋ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬೇಡ. ಹಾಂ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. ದ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟ್ರಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಲಾಜಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ ಫ್ರೆಶರು ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ತಾನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ಟು ಫ್ರೆಶರ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಪಂಟ್ರು, ವೆಟ್ರನ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, it is test series is mandatory. Every day 1 hour should be on test series, 1 hour should be on synopsis. It is fixed. Yes, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, 1 hour ಬರಿಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. And 1 hour synopsis. Done with the game. Second one, current affairs daily current affairs, minimum 3 to 4 hours should be kept aside for current affairs, for studying national, international, as well as for state issues, because minimum 80 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 80, ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 120. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 80, ಪೇಪರ್ 1 40, ಪೇಪರ್ 2 again 40. It is mandatory, you should read this. And third major important one, it is CSAT. Daily 1 hour 45 minutes to 1 hour should be on solving a various CSAT. ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಂತ. 30 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ 60 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸು. ಇವೆರಡೂ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗ್ತೀರಾ. ವಿಮೆನ್ನು, ಕೆ ರೀಜನ್ನು ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ರೂರಲ್ಲು, ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಮು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಇವೆರಡೇ ಸಾಕು. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ GM ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪಾಲಿಟಿ, ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡೋದ್ರೆ ಡನ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಗೇಮ್. ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಸಿಯರ್, ಕೇಕ್ ವಾಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ನೀವು ಮಾಡೋದು ಎರಡೇ, ಒಂದೇ. ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್ ಓದ್ತೀರಾ, ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಝಿನ್ಸ್ ಓದೋದು. ನಾವು ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಟೈಮ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೆವರ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಝಿನ್ಸ್, ರಾದರ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಕಂಪೈಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಝಿನ್ಸ್ 1 year. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಸ್ ಮೆನಿ ಆಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್. ದಿನ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಬರೀರಿ. ಈಗ 47 ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ದಿನ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ 45 ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಸಾಕಲ್ವ? 45 ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ 4500 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ ಸಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ರಿವೈಸ್ ದಟ್, ಡನ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಗೇಮ್. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 10% ಬಂದರೂ ಸಾಕಲ್ವಾ? 4500 ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 10% ಬಂದರು 450 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದರೆ ಡನ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಗೇಮ್. ಯಸ್, ಶುಡ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಸ್ಯಾಟ್. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ರಿವಿಷನ್. ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಷ್ಟ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಟಾಕಿ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಪಂಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ನನಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಂತ, ಅವ್ರು ನೀವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ. ಬಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಶರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟ್ರಿ. ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟ್ರಿ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಬಟ್ ನಂದಿದ್ದು ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟ್ರಿ 12 to 14 hours. 12 to 14 hours ನಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಲಿ? ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ನಾವು ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಇವಾಗಾದರೂ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. 24 ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋ 12 ಅವರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇನ್ನು 12 ಅವರು 12 6 ಅವರ್ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇನ್ನು 6 ಅವರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗರ್ಲ್ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ 12 ಅವರ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಅಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ 1 day ಆಫ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 1 day ಅಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಐಮ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್. 1 day ತೊಗೋಬೇಡಿ. ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ 2 hours 3 hours ಬ್ರೇಕ್. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಪಂಪ್ ಅಪ್ ಯುವರ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. Yes, this should be your content. With respect to, I can say all this. Yes, Bhumika, thank you. Yes, okay. Now, yes, online. Without Maride, give a like. Okay. Now, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ in Telegram, it's my group. Our Telegram group I have uploaded all the most important topics from all the subjects. Like economics upload ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, like environment, followed by polity, which all things to read, Karnataka history, Karnataka geography. I have uploaded all the things. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ I have also uploaded, or I am uploading the daily most important topics. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 10 topics. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫಾಲೋ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೇನು ಅದ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಒನ್, ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಸ್, ನನ್ನ ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಐ ಡಿ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೈ ನೇಮ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಬಯೋ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಡನ್? ಯಸ್, ಬಟ್ ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ವಾಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಯರ್, ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ವಾಟ್, ಮುಲಾಜೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಬಿಡಲೇಬಾರ್ದು. ಯಸ್, ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. 5400 ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್, ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ 6000 ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್. ಈ 6000ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್. ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಪೇ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯು ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೈಲಿ ಫ್ಯೂಟೈಲ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಡೈಲಿ ರಿಗರಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಡನ್? ಎಸ್, ಓದ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ನೀವೇ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೀರಿ ಯಾರೂ ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲಿಟ್ರಲಿ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮೀ. ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ನೀವು. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಆತ್ಮನಿರ್ಭರ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಐ ಆಮ್ ಲಿಟ್ರಲಿ ಐಮ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್. ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಯಾಕೆ ನಂಬ್ಕೋತೀರಾ ನೀವು? ಎನಿವೇಸ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್. ಬಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಸ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋಸ್, ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ವಾಟ್, ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ನ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀನು. ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಬರ್ಸ್ಕೊಬಿಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ACDC ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್, ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಮೈಟ್ ಬಿ ದ ಹರ್ಡಲ್ಸ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ. ಈಗಲೂ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸರ್ ಓದೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ, ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ ಈಗ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಮುಲಾಜೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ರೀಡ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಓದಬೇಕು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಯಶ್, 50 ದಿನ ಕ್ಲೀನಾಗಿ ಕೂತು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ 50 ವರ್ಷ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಯಶ್, ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಏನು ಬೇಕು? ಡನ್? ಯಶ್, ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? CSAT ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆನಾ ಸರ್? ಹಾಂ, CSAT ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಂತೂ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪಕ್ಕಾ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ವೋಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಆಸ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಸ್ ದಟ್. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಏನು 10 ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಾಕಲ್ವಾ? 10 questions from comprehension. Out of this 30 questions, we have 3 important sections ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ನೀವು? ಮಾಡೋದು ಒಂದೇ, ಬರೀ CSAT ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ. 10 questions, 10, 10, 10. 10 questions come from the basic maths. Basic maths, like basic ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ನಾನು ಕ್ಲೀನಾಗಿ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಓದಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಎಸ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ಸ್ ಆವ್ರೇಜ್, ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್, ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ಸ್, ಡೈಸ್, ಟೈಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಟೈಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್, ನಂಬರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ. Now with respect to next 10, it is, I can say, reasoning. Reasoning is nothing but data interpretation. ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. You should solve the question. Like data interpretation. Data 1990 list ಇತ್ತು, 91, 92. Either bar graph, percentages. Yes or no? This will be 10 questions, blood relations. And rest 10 questions will be English comprehension. English comprehension. ಇದನ್ನ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಹಿಂಗೆ 6 days ಇದ್ದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ಇದು, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡೇ ಇದು, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಡೇ ಇದು. ಅಗೇನ್ 4th, 5th, 6th. ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆನ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಯಾರು ಟಚ್ಚೇ ಮಾಡಿರಲ್ಲ CSAT ನ. ಎಸ್, ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲದೂ. ಸಿ, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗಿವ್ ಅಡಿಕ್ವೇಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಒಂದು 3-4 ಬಜೆಟ್ ಓದ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಯಾವುದೋ ಸಮರೀಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ, ಆಡ್ಲಿ 20 ಪೇಜು. ಒಂದು ದಿನ ಕೂತ್ರೆ 3 ಓದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಎಸ್, ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ದಿನ 100 ಪೇಜ್ ಓದಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಯೋರ್ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್. ಡೈಲಿ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 100, 110 ಓದ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 100. ಎಸ್, ಸಿ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಜುರೇಟಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತು ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇದೆ, ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ನೋ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್, ನೋ ಟೈಮ್. ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು ಈ ಸತಿ, ಮಾಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೋ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ವಾಟ್. ಎಸ್, ಡನ್. ಸಿ, ಪಣಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಂತು ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು, ಮಾಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. KPSC ನಾನು ಏನು ಅಂತ, ಅವ್ನು ಯಾಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೈಯರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಸಿ, ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಯುವರ್ ಝೀಲ್, ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಯುವರ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್. ಸಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೋ ಹಂಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಈಗ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಿರುಗಾಡಿ, ಏಯ್ ಮಾಡೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸತಿ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಎಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಎಸ್, ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ UPSC ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್. ಡನ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್, UPSC ಲೆವೆಲ್. ಸಿ, ಐ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ UPSC. ಬಟ್ ಕೆಲವ್ರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ KPSC ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟೀಚ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ UPSC ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಾನು UPSC ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆರಾಮ್ಸೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ನಾನು KPSC ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ SDFD ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾಟ್ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ ದಟ್. UPSC ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ KPSCಗೆ ಆಗೋದು, KPSC ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಸಿಗೆ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಎಸ್. ಹಾಂ, ಪ್ರವೀಣ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಎಸ್, ದೇವಿಕಾ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ಯು ಆಲ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.